See it, Daddy.
What's up, bitches? We're live. Episode 14, I think. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
it's
something like
14.
that.
Yeah, it's 14. We're here to talk about you know what with you know who.
No, what? With who?
I mean, if you don't know us at this point, are you a real listener? You know what? Maybe there's a chance this is your first episode, and don't take that offensively. Please keep listening. I am one of the three hosts here. My name is Devin. I played high school tennis. Yeah, that's all I got. And above me and to the left.
I'm Jake. I also played high school tennis. And to the that direction.
I am Brad. I did not play high school tennis, but I bet on it.
You bet on high school tennis. Where can I do this?
Not high school tennis, but I do bet on the tennis.
Hmm.
Do I know anybody in the tennis? Absolutely not. But we ball.
You know Serena Williams. I hope so.
I mean, yeah.
Man, she's got an ass on her, doesn't she? Like, damn, I didn't know until I saw that Super Bowl commercial. I was like, holy shit! How does she not have back problems, bro? That's a big.
I don't know, bro.
That's a big wagon.
And at one point, she literally had a kid, and then like 6 months later, went and damn near won a tournament.
Jesus.
Baller.
Indeed.
And she had a kid. You're telling me she carried a kid in the belly while she was carrying that dump truck around?
Jeez.
Women are incredible. Women are incredible.
Shout out women.
Shout out.
She is definitely like the most athletic woman athlete like to ever play a sport. I don't even know if it's close.
She's something, man. She's truly something. She can't act worth shit, but I'll tell you what, she can smack a tennis ball.
Nah, I don't expect athletes not to act.
No.
Well,
not everybody can be Gronk.
I think this week we might as well kick it off. I know you put something down for NFL. We'll kick it off with NBA because that's the bigger thing that's happened over this last week. The All-Star Week.
I'll chime in where I can. I didn't watch any of it, so
you didn't miss much.
So I'm gonna start by giving my opinion on it. I didn't watch the Skills Challenge live. I went back and watched a little bit of it. All-Star Week is kind of it kind of sucks now, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't have the appeal that it once did. And I will put it at that. We'll kind of go into each of the things in more detail, but
so to be completely honest, when I growing up, the skills competition was my favorite thing. Just because it was completely different than what it is now. But also too, Steve Nash would always be in it. I think that contributes to my love for the skills competition, just because Steve Nash is my favorite player of all time. If you don't know, but yeah, the skills competition used to be a cool little obstacle course thing, and now it's turned into a fucking sideshow essentially.
Yeah, it really didn't seem like anyone cared to be there. It was kind of like a congrats, you got picked, and I'm gonna show up because I make a lot of money playing the sport, but it's not like really anybody cared.
Did you
I feel like it's always been that way.
The skills competition? Absolutely. Well, the last couple years, yes. I will say
always.
What Jordan Clarkson, when they asked him about it, and he said, "I'll never be doing this again."
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I hopefully after this year they see either revise it and change it, or it's kind of pointless. I mean, I don't want to see them get rid of the skills challenge because of how long we've had it, but I like to see more entertainment and more hype brought to it. But moving on from that, the big one that a lot of people talked about, the dunk contest.
Lakers legend,
Mr. Mac McClung, who I think.
Lakers Summer League legend.
There you go.
Sorry, Devin.
Hey, he got that one game in with y'all.
That
2 years
was,
ago.
I mean, he put up a solid performance. Like, I mean, what he did was great, but to say that the other people competed in any similar fashion is tough to say. Some of them, it almost seemed embarrassing. I will
Oh,
preface this
yeah.
with Jericho Sims. To be able to dunk a basketball requires athleticism, so you're still an athlete and you're still very good at the sport you play. However, to do a dunk like that, pull out a piece of paper that says 50 and there's no clapping, there's nothing. I mean, that was just fucking embarrassing.
Bro, I saw the video of that, and it like zoomed in on the crowd, and not a single
Yeah.
person fucking moved.
I'm glad that
I
he
will-
came out and said that, like, he's not embarrassed. Like, you like I said, to even
At
do
least
that,
you did it.
to
At least you
do
did
that
it.
requires a ridiculous amount of athleticism anyways, and at least you showed up and did it. Now, from my perspective, it was kind of embarrassing. The pulling out the paper that said 50 was just dumb, but I
What did the
respect
50 even mean?
like that the score should be a 50.
Oh,
Like, he was pulling out a 50 like as if that was going to be the score for the dunk.
mm.
Yeah, so that's kind of where it became a little bit, I would say, cringe. But you showed up, you at least participated. Appreciate it. You're still athletically fucking ridiculous, so don't take the hate as that. But I'm glad he went out on social media and was like, I don't feel embarrassed. I don't give a shit, which rightfully you should.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about Stephen A. Smith saying the reason the dunk contest is like this is because of LeBron?
So I'll say
Does
this.
he make any point?
I didn't see the whole
I didn't
video
hear
or-
this, so I'm interested.
So I didn't see the whole video or clip, so I don't know like the context of it. But he is right in the sense that LeBron was probably the first like star that didn't do the dunk contest. And I kind of set a precedent for everyone else to follow. I do agree with that. What LeBron has said is that he's an in-game dunker, because if you look at his dunks, a lot of them are the same. Like
Yeah.
they're just that power like tomahawk dunk. I think they're both right. I think what Stephen A is trying to say is it set a precedent for like star players. They would do the dunk contest. Like that was one of the things that you would do when you were a young player, and LeBron never did it, and that kind of set a precedent for other guys to follow and not do it.
Yeah, I mean, I
That being
agree
s-
with it. I agree with him on that. Like, not that it's completely LeBron's fault or anything, but him being the one that never participated in him, and you can slowly see the following after it. Because you ask players like Zion if they'll do it, and it's basically like, no, like it's not gonna happen. And to see somebody
I
like
will-
Zion come in the league and not do that, it kind of takes away
To
from
be-
it.
Zion did say he said he's thinking about doing it next year. Obviously, when it comes to Zion, it all
Yeah.
pertains to his health. Excuse me. I hope he does it. Like if we get like Zion and Anthony Edwards and like Mac McClung next year.
Well,
like,
that's the thing. I think you get a
that would be
name.
a
You get
great-
a name like Zion that says I'll do it, and then I think like you're gonna get other people that all of a sudden are like, you know what, I want to do it and compete against him,
Yeah.
right? Rather than like kind of what it's become. Also, the NBA dunk contest becomes a joke when fucking Aaron Gordon gets robbed like twice.
Oh yes.
Absolute
Okay,
bullshit.
once,
Still to this
once.
day.
We can calm it down once.
I arguably twice. Once for sure, arguably twice.
The one he lost to Derrick Jones Jr. was bullshit. The one that he lost to Zach Levine won, but it was super tight. Like if Aaron Gordon would
Not
have won
gonna
that
take
dunk
it,
contest,
but it is what it is.
So I will say this about the 2016, because I think everyone agrees that that's the greatest dunk contest.
Oh
of all
yeah, the
time.
2016
Like,
was like yeah.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Like that whole All-Star weekend was great. It's kind of crazy. But I will say if like Aaron Gordon would have won the 2016 dunk contest, I'd been fine with it. Just like literally when they announced Levine, I was like, yeah.
I mean, it
if
was
Aaron
definitely the
Gordon
most,
would've won-
like you said,
Yeah.
it was the most entertaining. So I'm
But
gonna
yeah,
be,
the one he
I'm gonna
lost to
be
Derrick Jones
biased towards a
Jr.
certain way, but the loss to Derrick Jones Jr. was absolute
was
bullshit.
That was
My
the
man-
last one that I watched.
My man did the same dunk
I did
over.
not
And,
watch
my,
after
my
that.
man just kept
I
doing
did
this.
not watch after that.
He just did the same dunk over and over and got 50s,
Yeah.
and then fucking you jump over Taco Fall, and apparently that's not good enough.
Suns legend. Shout out Suns legend Derrick Jones Jr.
It is
But yeah,
what it
back
is.
to the I will say the thing with when it comes to big man, they always get a big man to do the dunk contest, and I don't know why, because let's say like Mac McClung did what Jericho Sims did, it would look a lot cooler just because he's a smaller dude.
Yeah. I mean, you get some smaller dudes that are crazy athletic that can do that stuff.
Yeah.
The one that, I mean, his dunk contest wasn't the greatest, but one that comes to mind was Dennis Smith Jr. for how small he was. Like, that guy was fucking crazy athletic when it came to hops. So you can find those guys, but
he jumped over J. Cole, didn't he? Or he had J. Cole throw him a pass, right? If I remember correctly.
I think he jumped
did
over.
something.
He jumped over
I was gonna say-
somebody, but I don't know if he jumped over J. Cole or J. Cole threw him when he
I was
jumped
gonna
over
say,
somebody
he
else.
had J. Cole part of like a prop though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, if I remember
he didn't
correctly.
make it to the final two,
Right.
But still give you credit for being able to jump that fucking high and do that shit at that height. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, it's like it sucks that we had to get a G League player, but hopefully he can kind of carve out a little NBA, little NBA role here and be back in it next year.
Yeah. We will hope so.
550 was not. I will say the 540 was nasty.
Yeah. Well, I went on Twitter and fucking what was it? Evan Fournier was like, "That's not a 540. That's a 360." I was like, he's trying to argue that the turn on the like jump step is not part of it. But then I was like, well, then that makes every 360 a 180. Like, if you don't start turning till you jump, you literally cannot do something of that caliber. You kind of have to start to twist as you're like leaping. Like, what the hell?
Right.
I don't know. I just thought it blew. I was like, and I mean, I didn't see you do this shit in Orlando, so keep your opinion where it is. Specifically because he's French. I mean, he's French, so that's exactly why.
Pepe le bitch.
There we go.
Shout out Ricky Bobby.
But then that leads to the main event, the All-Star game. We had some players even speak out about their opinions about it. And some people within the NBA. The format change when they go ahead, Brad. I'll let you start off.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't care about like what the All-Star game is. Like, it's an All-Star game. Like, to try like hard on defense on a game that don't matter is stupid because you risk injury. Like LeBron, the one play that LeBron tried to block a shot, he fucking fucked his wrist up by hitting the rim. Going for the block. Like, it's pointless. Like, I understand like you want to see a little bit of different defense, but I mean, it's an All-Star game. Like, I'm not.
I mean, I don't know if I really like the new format. It kind of sets the game up to where it's just a fourth quarter game.
Yeah, I hate the Elam ending, and everyone likes it, and it pisses me off.
So when they first presented it, it was more of this is a
I've
tribute.
never liked it, to be honest.
When they did it, they're like, well, we're going to do this for Kobe, like this kind of.
Like because they added like the 24-point thing or whatever.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I don't want to be that person, but if you watch Kobe in his All-Star games, he took that shit very seriously. So kind of turning it into a format where you just don't care, I don't think is the way to fucking honor that. But yeah, I don't like the format being like that. It kind of incentivizes it to be even more pointless in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect them to do crazy stuff because it literally getting injured during All-Star Week is like what every single one of them are aiming to not do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd like to see a change, but
it was
it was Jaylen Brown that I think he was the one player that was like, yeah this shit's stupid.
There was someone else. There was someone else too, and I can't think of it. Who it was.
Was it one of the coaches?
I know Mike Malone was pissed about it.
Yeah, Mike Malone was like that. This was the worst game ever.
I bet. Yeah, it was funny because like it was like this was like the lowest rated All-Star like weekend in terms of like viewership in like 20 years since like 2001 I think it was. But oddly enough, the celebrity game had an increase in viewership. But it was funny. Anthony Davis, like, got asked about it, like, being in all, like, a lower, and he said it's probably just because I wasn't in there, like, clearly joking about it, but it was funny that he said that. But yeah, I mean, I don't
know. Mix it
that's
up. I mean, this year we got to see the NFL like take the Pro Bowl and be like, all right, like clearly what we've been doing is not
right.
hitting, so let's change up some things. So we'll see. I don't know. I think that maybe
Also,
maybe add a couple like games outside of that players can play. I don't know what the fuck you do, but it doesn't have to be just those 4 events every time. You could sprinkle in some other stuff.
yeah, I will say this too before we move on. I just think players, and rightfully so, have gotten to the point to where they're not risking injury in All-Star games across any league. And it's a smart thing, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, and you also like comparing the two. Not that you would want to get injured in the Pro Bowl. You're talking about the season's over. I'm
Right.
doing this, unless like you're in the Super Bowl, but that's like a different thing. But for most players, they're not even playing. I mean, they're still going to practice and have other shit to do, but like,
Right.
you can play a little bit more. NBA, like the most important part of the season is literally after this. So like
Right.
you can't risk it. And the same thing like goes MLB. You're not gonna do anything over the top stupid during
I will say
All-Star week. But
baseball's different though
different. The
because like
injury's
yeah,
different, right?
because like they tried to like do the mic up thing in the All-Star game with was it Luca because they tried to do what the
Yeah.
MLB did in their All-Star game, and it's like you can't do that in basketball, or at least if you're going to do it, get someone that's at least like like a outspoken person, like someone that's got a lot of personality or whatever.
Yeah, give it
Like
to
they could
Joey
have got like
Votto.
well, like right, like they could have got like LeBron or Kyrie or I even think like someone like SGA would have been
Yeah.
real cool. But yeah, getting Luca for that, yeah, just
He
they
doesn't
I
have
know
the
why,
I get
right? I
liking
know why
him
they
as a player, but the personality, if you've
yeah.
heard Lucas speak, he's kind of
He's
reserved as a
literally
person.
strictly all ball.
Yeah.
And
Like
that's the one thing I do respect about him is that he's just strictly all hoops.
yeah, so like I don't know, mic up like someone like Giannis loves to talk and say
Yeah, I
wild
would say
shit.
Giannis would
Like
have been cool.
put Giannis on the mic. He would have a blast with that, right?
Hmm.
Um but yeah, Luka decision I agree was very weird, just given who he is as a person, but so be it. Maybe they thought he would be the cleanest, like when it comes to
Right.
fucking. They're worried about LeBron just dropping F bomb after F bomb.
Yeah. After Jose Alvarado, kept saying shit on the Rising Stars game, they said we can't have this again.
Yep. I mean that's about it for All Star Week. Wasn't nothing else to
Shout out
happen. We got a
Dame for winning
break.
the 3-point contest.
Yep.
Won me money. So shout out Dame.
Nice.
After Jason Tatum got eliminated and I had to hedge a bet, but shout out Dame.
Hey, as long as you made money.
Yeah.
So I added on here, how
Mhm.
great in detail you guys want to go. I said favorites after the All Star break for making and or missing the playoffs
Playoffs.
because
So
the trade deadline happened and now we're really
yep,
gonna get into mainly the West and a couple like the Nets of
in the
course
East,
are
yeah.
gonna be affected, but like the changes to the Suns, the Mavs, the Lakers, right? What are we
So
looking at here?
I have the NBA standings pulled up. Essentially, like the top like 5 or the top like 4 seeds. Not really going to talk about in the East. You got Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and Cleveland. That's 1 through 4. And then that's when you get interesting. Like you got Brooklyn and Knicks at that 5 and 6. I think Brooklyn's still going to make the playoffs. That team's just way too talented.
Yeah.
They just don't have a star. The Knicks as the 6th seed. They're back to playing really good ball. After their fiasco last year, they'll make the playoffs. So we get to the play-in tournament in the East, because right now Miami and Atlanta have the 7-8 spot, and then Washington and Toronto have that 9 through 10. I personally think the Bulls will jump Toronto and be in the play-in, but as far as the East goes, I think it'll be how it is now. I think Miami might jump the Knicks for that 6th seed, or I could see Miami get to that 5th seed as well. The Knicks, I think, will be in the play-in. Miami will get out of the play-in. Knicks will fall in the play-in, but the Knicks will still make the playoffs. And I think Washington will get that 8th seed instead of Atlanta. I think that
That's possible.
I think that coming after the play and coming out of the seventh and eighth seed will be the Knicks and the Wizards.
I see it almost staying like.
How it
I
is.
think looking at the roster, I do think the Bulls should make it. However, I think the Bulls have
agree.
lost like 6 or 7 straight. They have been
They are
playing.
at 6 in a row.
Yeah, they have been playing awful. So
It's
luckily the break's right here. Take the break, turn it around, because I think looking at that roster, they should not be losing. And some of the games, like I look at the Bulls, they're getting fucking embarrassed.
yeah.
So
Well, too, they're blowing leads too, because
Yeah.
outside of the Suns, the Bulls are the team I watch the most, just because of my brother being a Bulls fan.
yeah.
So I always keep a tight eye on them. But yeah, that roster, man, they should not be this far. And
I mean, of those 6 games, they scored over 100 once. So
Yeah.
like,
here
you're
after the
not.
All-Star, yeah. And they've blown, I think, like 5 or 6 damn near 20-point leads during the season as well. Like Billy Donovan's not a great coach. Lonzo being out now for the rest of the year hurts. Because if you look last year when they were healthy, they were the 1 seed. They were running through teams.
Yeah.
They were beating on bad teams, losing the good teams, and this year they lose to the bad teams and beat the good teams. So it's completely flipped. But yeah, without Lonzo, man, that they don't have a table setter, and that's what Lonzo was for them.
Every inch of me wants to hope that we can sneak into the playoff plan, which I
You want
do.
Wemby.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going about it, because the beginning of the season we really fell apart, but like we didn't have guards. Like our roster was horrific. And now that you have everyone mostly healthy again, do you want the good draft pick, or do you actually want to push for that play-in?
Well, I mean, you guys got what, 2 firsts in this draft because the Bulls aren't.
Yep.
Well, unless the Bulls just completely fall
If
apart.
the Bulls
and
get a
somehow
top
get a
4,
4
then
pick.
we don't.
Yeah.
Or they get like Lakers luck, who the fuck knows? But
Right.
you know how that goes.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and Cleveland are obviously making it. But yeah, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I don't think.
and then
I think. Yeah,
the
the
only
top
thing I see
4.
changing. The only thing I see changing in the East is I think Washington gets the 8th seed instead of any of those other.
I
teams
think like the trade deadline hasn't affected the East much, other than like the Nets becoming worse. Obviously, it's just now once you look at the West, that's when like everything goes up in the air, because like the Lakers are the 3rd worst team in the West right now.
Yeah, it's crazy to see how many teams are at around like 500.
Oh, yeah. I will say this though before we do move on to the West. In terms of star talent, the Nets did get worse, obviously. But as far as like a team goes, you could argue as far as like team building, they got better because they have all the picks and pieces now to where if like Bradley Beal asks out this summer, they can get him. If Dame ever asks out, they can get him, because they literally, if they just had like a star guard, that the Nets would be in that title the favorites.
I mean, they still have a good team, and then Mikal Bridges comes in, drops 45.
He's coming back in 2026, baby.
I hope for you.
Thank you.
So they have a good. Their roster is great to build around, and
they got the picks now.
You've solidified your future. Now, what they do with the picks and how that turns out, who knows?
But yeah, I think as far as the top 7 in the East goes, that saves. I just think Washington gets the 8th seed over Atlanta.
Yeah. Then
things get interesting this offseason if Trae Young decides to ask out or not. Or if DeJounte Murray gets moved again.
So you had a tweet. I saw that you had a tweet sometime this week about Trae Young.
Yeah.
Clarify, because I'm assuming I know what you're talking about, but clarify what you mean by
So I tweeted.
Is it time to have the Trae Young discussion?
Yeah. So what I meant by that is Coach Killer, because it seems like no matter if he wanted Larry Drew, if I remember that was who it was correctly, then wants him fired, and it was he wants Nate Millen to be the head guy, and then he wants him fired. When it's, I know he's still young in his career. He's technically still a young player, but he's also at that point now where it's like, okay, dude, you gotta start elevating your team.
Yeah.
There's a
It's
conversation to be had. He doesn't play defense, and I like people say, but like people like in the NBA, they don't play defense anymore. That's not true. It's just defense. It's harder to play defense now in any era because any shot now is a good shot. Anybody,
yeah.
damn near everyone can shoot from 3. So defenses are expanded out, and you got to guard more area. But Trae Young just like literally does not try on defense.
Yeah, as time has gone on, this Luka trade looks even worse and
Yep.
worse.
Yeah, the draft night trade. Yeah,
Year one, most people were ready to say they both got what they needed, and now we're like,
right.
That's it's tough to say.
Yep. But yeah, that was. It's gonna be interesting to see how Trae Young's career pans out.
I mean, he could be an all-time great scorer, and just unfortunately,
He could be
not ever get to the point that he can win something. I don't think it's a fair comparison, but like you could look at Dame and be like, okay, Dame has not actually won anything, but clearly his ability is on another level. However, I think the way Portland's failing Dame is not the way that it's working in Atlanta necessarily.
Right. Dame has had deep playoff runs though. Trae Young's had one.
Yeah.
Dame has had multiple deep playoff runs, and I will say this: I hate like the ring culture that we live in, like now, where like people are like, "Oh, you have to win a title to be considered great," and it's like, just watch the sport because you like watching the sport. Like we don't have to constantly compare. The shit gets old. Like Dame staying, like what's wrong with Dame spending a whole, I don't know, let's say his whole 18-year career in Portland, being a Portland legend, having a statue outside of whatever the hell the arena's called now, having his jersey retired, never having to pay for anything in Portland, Oregon again. Like that's good living.
I mean, him not winning a ring doesn't change what his stats have been over his career, right? Like
he's also a small guard, and there's only been one small guard, or two. I guess technically you could say 2 small guards that were the best players on the title team. That was Isaiah Thomas with the Pistons and Steph. Like those are 2 outliers. But yeah, moving on to the West. Honestly, I think it stays how it is, the 1 through 8.
do the Lakers? Okay?
That's the big question.
So here's your plan. This is where it's tough
right now, 7 through 10. So right now, 7 through 10 for that play, and you got the Pelicans at the 7th, Minnesota at the 8th, Golden State at the 9th, OKC at the 10th.
Yep.
And then you got Utah, Portland, and Jake's Lakers. I will say the Lakers roster obviously got a shit ton better, but to me it's too little too late. Like, why wasn't that done in the offseason?
Yeah.
Obviously know what Jake's gonna say. But for both of you, do you guys think the Lakers get in the play-in, or do you think they just missed the playoffs as a whole?
I think they make it.
All right.
I'm glad that you have confidence.
I think they make it.
I like that.
See, the thing is, I want to say they don't, but everything in me says
LeBron and AD.
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron makes it. However, I don't know what it is about OKC. Maybe it's just like I used to love watching like Russ and KD on that roster together.
They got a squad, man.
In the period when the Magic were just utter like fucking garbage.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch. I want to see OKC make it because the crazy thing is that team, them even contending for a play-in, your pick this year isn't even playing, and they have like in the next 4 or 5 years, they have like 7 or 8 first-round picks.
They got more than that.
Well, it might be more than that. It was something ridiculous. I'm not including like second-round picks, but just first-round picks.
First-round picks, yeah. I was gonna say, I think total picks, it's almost 20 at this point.
Yeah.
Because I know in the trade that we did with them, where we sent them Dario and we got Darius Bazley back, which basically was just to kind of save some money on the luxury tax. We gave them a second-round pick because, OKC's got to make that trade where they at least get a pick back. But, yeah, as far as first-round picks as a total, yeah, it might be 7 to 8, but picks as a whole, I think it's damn near 20.
Yeah, and then you get all those picks. Chet hasn't even played a game of basketball. Josh Giddey is him. Josh Giddey's my new favorite white guy in the NBA. Next to Franz.
He's my
favorite white American in the NBA. How about I put it that way?
Josh Giddey's my second favorite white in the NBA.
Your first is Luka?
You're funny. The first would, some people on this pod would call him Mr. Tripper, but,
Oh, God, no. Yep. Don't like that white guy.
Shout out Grayson. But no, I think the Lakers get the play-in. I think they get in over I think they get in over OKC. I really want to have a hot take, but I don't believe I'm not going to go that far.
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I was going to say I think OKC and the Lakers get in and the Warriors fall out. But to Dev's point about LeBron, Steph will will them the games to get them at least in the play-in. I think the Lakers get in the play-in over OKC. OKC is the youngest roster in NBA history. Their roster this year is the youngest in NBA history based on average age. But to Dev's point, the fact that we're this deep in the season and they're contending for that play-in spot is shout out to them and that coaching staff. If Minnesota did not make the trade for Mike Conley, I'd say they fall out. They would fall out, but I think Mike Conley can. We saw it in the just a few games they played before the break that Mike Conley can get the best out of Rudy Gobert, where he can at least make that trade look, somewhat digestible. But I think the teams in the playoffs right now, like that 1 through 8, Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Clippers, Phoenix, Dallas, Pelicans, and Minnesota, I think that's your playoffs.
Yeah, I think right now, Dallas and Phoenix being 5 and 6, I think they go up.
Yep.
I think I think they could contest for the 2 and 3. I think Denver is just winning the West. I don't think there's nothing. What?
Winning the West or getting the first seed?
Getting the first seed.
Okay.
Yeah, not giving a playoff prediction, but saying
the Lakers are winning the West.
I think Phoenix moves up to 2, Dallas moves up to 3. But the playing gets tricky. If I want to go off what I want, sorry to the Minnesota fan base, I want to see Minnesota fall out and the Lakers go in for entertainment purposes, but Minnesota's roster is also very entertaining, so there's nothing against that. But realistically,
shout out Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, realistically, I gotta agree with you that OKC falls out just due to age, but you never know.
While we're on this topic, did you guys see what Darvin Ham said? He said that
the 6 seed.
Yeah, they asked him, and he said we're going for that 6 seed. And you gotta have that mentality. Don't get me wrong, but it's we gotta set some expectations. Vucevic, they asked him about getting to the playoffs, and he said at this point we just gotta be realistic and try to get to the play-in.
Yeah,
talking about the Bulls with Vuce, but yeah, I understand you're saying that or whatever because you want to get that 16 out of that play-in, but. All those moves were a little too late, in my opinion.
You're about to be so shocked, Brad.
I mean, it's LeBron, so it won't shock
You're about
me.
You're about to be so.
I mean,
you're gonna be shook.
Even still, it's only 4 games. What 4 games that separates the Lakers from the 6 seed?
Yeah,
but you're not. I think in their case, you have to hope that Sacramento or the Clippers fall out of the top 6 because
the Clippers just got rust, bro. They're in full on sabotage mode.
Ooh, hold on.
Because the Lakers aren't jumping Phoenix or Dallas. I don't think that's
obviously
happening.
No.
But
to Devin's point, I do agree. Nuggets first seed, we'll get the 2 seed. I think Sacramento stays at that 3 and Dallas gets to the 4th.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers will end up in the play-in.
I can see it.
I think the Pelicans eventually jump them. Pelicans haven't been healthy damn basically all year. I think their starters, like their projected starting lineup, has only played like 6 games together. If that, and they were really good together. If they can get healthy, man, they'll jump into that top. I think the Clippers fall and the Pelicans get into the 6th seed, and then we get the Clippers as the 7th seed, and then Minnesota or the Lakers as the 8th seed. I think it'll be Minnesota.
I was begging the Magic trade up to get De'Aaron Fox. I'm still gonna stay regretting if they didn't. Ugh.
That draft's dude. That going back to that draft, I wanted, obviously being a Duke fan, I wanted Tatum, but Tatum, Josh Jackson, and De'Aaron Fox were the 3. Because in my opinion, I thought those 3 were the best players. In that draft, along with Lonzo. And I knew Lonzo was getting past the Lakers. Everyone knew that, so I kind of gave up that hope that we would get Zoe. But yeah, well, I remember the Suns drafting Josh Jackson. I thought bro was just going to be like this like great like 14-year NBA player.
I mean, watching him in college, it was
Kansas,
like surely like that Kansas roster was like, dude, this guy like he's got to be something.
Went to Kansas over you guys.
Yeah, and I always say it. Fucking him, Cassius,
Cassius and
Redacted all were on the same high school team.
That's right.
So, which just sounds outright absurd, but
right. Sounds like a damn AAU team.
Yeah.
For fucking high school.
Yeah, that was the draft that we, like I said, I want to trade up and get De'Aaron Fox, but we got Chrysler.
DSJ, right? Oh no, yeah.
No, DSJ went 8th in that draft to the Mavs, right?
That's right. Why the fuck did I think he got? Yeah, that's right.
I was like that draft. I was contemplating DSJ because that was when we literally don't have a point guard era of the Magic.
And now you guys got hella guards.
And I was desperate. I was like, dude, I cannot watch Elfrid Payton at this spot anymore in my life. And DJ Augustine was running the court. I'm like, all right, we got this old guy, and we got Elfrid Payton who can't see. Can we get anybody else? And now we, figure it out. But
so we all have the Lakers in the play-in.
Yeah, I can't doubt LeBron. Let those words bite me, but
yeah, I think like I said, I think the Clippers fall to that 7th seed. Pelicans jump to the top 6 seed.
Yeah,
I think that's the most drastic change. Obviously, I think we'll get to the 2 seed. The Suns, that is. I just think that 8 seed is going to come down to Minnesota or the Lakers, and right now I lean towards the Timberwolves. I would like to see Portland make it though. My guy Cam Reddish finally actually getting real fucking playing time.
I mean, the West, like, I want to see every team excluding San Antonio and Houston because clearly they're not going to make it. I would like to see all of them in the playoffs besides Utah.
Yeah, fuck Utah.
Yeah.
Fuck Karl Malone. That fucking
Utah,
skinhead that runs the NBA is not in the gates of heaven.
Did you see which actor was it? They did I'm sure you saw it on Twitter, Brad. They did the.
Oh, it was the dude that plays Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my god.
They did this celebrity cam, and then they just picked literally some random Asian dude that did not look a damn thing. Did not look anything like him. And they put celebrity look-alike, and people were like, only in Utah. Only in fucking Utah does this happen.
Yeah, that was.
To some people's point, saying it's supposed to be funny. Yeah, there's a difference between it being funny and it's just kind of like over the line of like, okay, that is basically just racist at that point.
Yeah, you're going with the stereotype that they all look alike or whatever.
Yeah, like if you like, I get like sometimes they'll find guys with long hairs compare them to girls, and people are like, well, how is this like not just comparing like a white person to a white person? That's a little different than like what the fuck went on there.
Right.
But hey, that's Utah for you.
But yeah, just to wrap that up, Clippers 7 seed. I'll go Minnesota staying at that 8 seed.
Yeah.
But yeah. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but Darvin Ham saying the Lakers are going for that 6th seed. Does that make you feel, Quillen?
I think it's coming, baby.
What's your confidence level in that actually happening?
The 6th seed.
Yeah.
Oh, if 10 being the most confident, 1 being not confident, I'd say that's probably at like I'd say probably a strong 3.
I want to ask
Like
you
a
how much of
3.8.
I want to ask you how much of this is confidence and how much is this you hoping that that they're gonna do it?
Yeah,
Because
it's a strong 3.8 that they actually get the 6th seed, but
Okay.
it's a solid 8.5 that they make it to the play-in.
Yeah,
like that.
I think the play-in's a for sure thing. Only thing that would permit it would be health.
Yeah, yeah. 80s Glass and
LeBron's just
LeBron.
old.
Yeah, his foot. Been bitching about his foot.
I mean, you think at this point 80 is older than LeBron with the
Right.
amount he misses, but
Well, you'd think that, like, even though LeBron's old, you'd think he would get, like, there'd be some type of, like, sole or something that you can put inside your shoe that would just be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm fine."
yeah.
Put in some Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah, get you some Dr. Scholl's, mother. Come on, man.
I want to point out, and I even put it on here, but we're speaking of shoes and soles. It was like from like a couple days ago. It was either 4 or 5 years ago since Zion literally destroyed that shoe in college.
Damn, that was 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago?
dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. It's been that long.
And
When you said, I was thinking,
Nike
there's no way.
said that they were going to disclose what happened and give out the full investigation. And to this day, we still don't have any word at all from Nike on what happened.
Well, I'm sure
Fuck Nike.
I'm sure that little Vietnamese children that made that shoe didn't get another day of labor. So
No, they probably got the whip, bro. You missed the
Probably.
thread. Whop, whop.
I still want to know to this day why he was playing in Kyrie's. I still am struggling
Yeah,
to
I don't-
understand how he even got fit into a Kyrie. Because anyone that has played basketball and tried on Kyrie's, those things are tight. Like Kyrie must have one of the most narrowest like feet in the NBA because those things do not fit. They are just absolutely full size up. They are still painful.
Yeah,
So
I
how
will,
Zion did it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy too. Against North Carolina, I remember like, dude, like everyone, like you literally any person you can think of was basically at that fucking game.
And the thing is, if he got
was one of
seriously
the-
injured from that,
Yeah.
Nike would have been so fucked. They
There
are
was-
so happy that like he could still play basketball.
Dude, I'll never forget too because that was like the most hyped like college game in a while. And I remember when he got hurt, and there were like people that were saying, "Oh, he shouldn't go back. It's only gonna hurt him." And all he did was, and he did come back, and we were seeing people calling him dumb, and all he did was just proceed to dominate.
Yeah.
Fucking, I'll
Yeah.
never forget him and Taco Fall in the fucking tournament, just going at
Taco
it.
Fall.
Oh, that was hilarious.
But yeah, D'Lo said they asked him about how it is gonna be playing with LeBron and AD, and he said
be
it's
back in a
easy.
second.
I don't know why we're asking that question because
Yeah, that's a weird ass question.
There's no other answer to that question.
Yeah. I don't know why they would even ask it expecting any answer other than that one.
Right? Yeah. Like, I know we've talked about it, but like the media, dude, some of the fucking questions they ask, bro. It's
Bro,
like you're
it's
just trying to
bad.
hear yourself talk.
It's almost like the same thing we say about the refs. This is their moment to shine. So I'm
Right?
gonna
That's
say
literally
some
what I was-
stupid ass shit or do some stupid ass shit.
Yeah. But I am curious to watch D'Lo with LeBron and AD, and if I think for the Lakers to get to the play-in and to make the playoffs, D'Lo's going to have to, he'll be a key contributor to it, and would not be surprised if D'Lo's brought back in the offseason.
I think they'll bring him back. Yeah, I think they'll bring just about they'll probably just bring just about everybody back. depending on like how much money everybody starts to demand D'Lo what
Right.
he wants. That's going to be the big what if.
Yep. It was announced KD will make his return next Wednesday against Charlotte. His return in will be his debut for the Phoenix Suns. Cannot wait for that. Against Charlotte too, so be a nice little ease-in game for him. I know there were reports about him coming back Friday when we play the Thunder, or Sunday when we play Milwaukee, because that game's on the ABC game against the Bucks at the noon game on ABC on Sunday. But I think it makes the most sense to have him return against Charlotte. Can ease him in against a bad team.
I don't give a damn. He should be playing against Giannis.
No.
Yeah, it's for entertainment. It's for entertainment purposes. I want to see the Bucks play the full Suns roster, okay?
You will in June. It is in Milwaukee. I looked at tickets to it, but there's no way I could spend...
June? What year?
Yeah, this year.
Interesting.
We're getting a finals rematch, baby. Okay.
We'll see.
I did look at tickets for this game, and I was not paying $600 for a damn regular season
Jesus.
game. For two tickets, it would have ran me about $600.
Was this before KD was traded or after?
Yeah, this was after, but yeah, this would have been after.
After, but before they announced that he wasn't playing.
Announced that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, can't wait for that. Ring season is here. We got 36 days until opening day for baseball. Jake, I believe you put this in here, the new pickoff rule.
Oh yeah, did you guys hear about that?
I believe so, but what was it?
Don't explain it.
Okay, so they tested it in the minors last year first, but then they're implementing it into the MLB this year.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, oh shit, what it is, so a pitcher can only throw to a base twice during each plate appearance.
Yeah.
They can throw it a third time, but if it's not successful in the pickoff, then it's a balk. And obviously,
batter takes their base. Yeah.
Batter takes their base. Everybody advances. And which I'm not opposed to it.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
So there are some aspects of I, for one, am a very baseball purist in certain aspects. Pace of play is one of them. To me, baseball is just one of those games that are slow paced. These are one of the rules though that I am fine with in terms of pace of play because there's no need to throw a pick off 76 fucking times.
No, but I will say though, being at the game, I'm gonna miss just booing.
Absolutely.
The fuck out of that pitcher.
Absolutely.
I loved doing it. Even if he throws it once and we all fuck you, boo.
Absolutely.
Let's just boom anyways. Fuck him.
Hey, well,
I like where your head's at. We'll boom on opening day.
If he's not a Reds, opening day. Every Pirates player. They
See,
better. We better treat those players. With rude words that aren't offensive.
No, even the offensive ones, let them rip.
No, we're not. I'm not saying be racist.
No, let them rip.
No, okay, no.
Well, no, not the racist ones. Just
yeah,
the
that's what I'm
ones.
saying. I'm saying call him a shithead or a whatever the hell you want to. Just don't like.
All right.
Or hang on, I'm trying to think. There's two that are just running through my head.
I think we're done here.
Yeah, let's call it good.
But yeah, no, I do like that rule.
Pussy. I like pussy. Bitch. Bitch is my favorite cuss word. I don't know if I told you guys that. I love the word bitch. Because bitch, like, if you think about it, like if you call someone a bitch, you're insulting them, but you're also like, it's also very demeaning. Even a man or a woman, you call them a bitch, they're just automatic. It's almost, I don't know. It's just they're a bitch.
Absolutely. But yeah, no, I like that rule. It speeds up the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of bitch,
I will say though,
this is randomly off the wall. This has nothing to do with baseball.
I like this.
But the episode of South Park when Butters becomes a pimp and learns the word bitch is one of the
Yeah.
Wendy,
Yeah.
how would you like to make some money, bitch?
Shout out South Park.
You're
man.
giving Stan free kisses. You should be out there working, bitch.
Oh, shout out
Back to
South
the
Park.
topic. I don't know. You saying that and instantly came in my
right.
head.
That's
that
funny.
part.
Fuck yeah.
There was
But
there was another new. Oh, while we're on it, we haven't talked about it, you can't not being able to shift anymore. How do you guys feel about that?
oh yeah. I don't know. It's all right, I guess. I kind of want to see what it actually does to baseball.
When
before I
they
make,
when they
like,
first
Batting average
announced
will rise.
when they first
Yeah.
announced it, my first thought was this is absolutely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I have to see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
idea of not being able to do that to me just sounds outright just stupid. That like shifts can't happen, but
Right.
like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like batting average,
I-
you're right. Batting average goes up, which I think
gets
the
more action in the
MLB
game.
wants clearly they want pace of play to be faster, but I also think they're like clearly we all here like baseball, but I do think baseball is fighting for the younger generation to really like it. And
There's
they're
just not
they're
enough
trying
action.
yeah, they're trying to up the action and the pace to get people more interested.
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, but that's what I like about baseball, because like if
It's
you're
one of those
at
games
the,
where you can just chill.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're at like which by the way, the Reds don't have. I haven't checked this to fact check it, but me and my brother-in-law were talking about it, and because me and his favorite like Reds games to go to are like the noon Reds games
Yeah.
on
On
Saturday.
Wednesdays. Yep.
No, on
Absolutely.
Saturday.
Or Saturday. Or on Wednesdays too.
Oh yeah. But there's not a single Saturday game at noon.
Or on
this season.
Sundays are at 1. I don't think we've ever had a noon Saturday. I think the earliest we've ever had Saturdays like 1 o'clock.
They usually get
Or
like
4.
like 2 or 3, maybe 4.
Mhm.
But this year there's not a single fucking one.
Well,
Gotcha.
I think these changes are for TV ratings more than they are
Mhm.
attendance.
Yeah.
Because
I think
because Cincinnati, I mean, not every city is the same. Cincinnati's attendance being down is strictly because the fucks that own the team, like they are solely responsible for what happened last year.
Wow.
mhm.
But if the Reds are good, this city will go to every fucking
Like,
game. That is
during
very well
2020,
known.
Like during 2020, people were going to go to the game, and we were on that playoff push, and people were camping outside of the stadium to watch the game on the big board outside of the stadium together. I will say this: the Reds are finally doing a rebuild the correct way. They got rid of guys a year early as opposed to a year too late. That now, as in not being in the moment, being pissed off, makes sense. You look at our farm system now; it's a lot deeper and a lot better.
Yeah.
What people need to realize as well is small market teams get their money regardless if you go to a game or not. So stop villainizing people for going to a game.
No, they still get money if we they still don't get they don't get as much money if
No,
we don't go to
they
games.
get the money regardless.
Yeah, but they don't get as much because no one's there to pay for vending or anything like that.
What I'm trying to if I forget how I looked this all up last year because it essentially
I know what you're talking about though because I saw an article talking about it too.
Yeah, essentially does not hurt their bottom line.
No. I mean,
Obviously, you're going to make more money with people there, but it's like you're not hurting if you're not.
They
showing
make
up.
less money, but it's like they're not.
It's not enough.
It's not
they
enough.
Still come out even.
It's not enough to where
Right.
they're sitting in a room being like, "Guys, this isn't good." Like
These
we gotta
fucking
get some
idiots are
winning.
not coming to the game. You think I give a fuck? I'm still getting money. I'm not making as much money, but motherfuckers,
I mean,
I'm still
we were
getting
literally told, "Where else are you gonna go?"
money. Yeah. Then where did we go? We went to fucking Louisville.
Yeah, that's true.
AAA games, baby.
That is true.
But yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I lost my train of thought when we got off on that. But they're trying to speed up like the game, but it's just like for like TV purposes. But if you greedy fucks would just stop like taking so many fucking commercial breaks and ads, we wouldn't have to worry about the pace of play because we'd be watching more ball without ads.
We'll be getting to that.
I just saw the college football.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's my thought for that exact same thing came up for that.
Me Me and someone that will be on this pod very soon were talking
Yeah.
about that the other day.
I mean, pace of play has have come down to ads, and college basketball may be the worst sport for that shit that exists, just due to the way
College sports in general, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
the way, because like in NFL, when it comes to like NFL, NBA, it's okay. So this happens, and like then of course the media gets a break. But college sports, it's literally in the script that there are media timeouts. Like
Well,
it is
it's in the
part
NFL too,
of
but
the
just not
sport.
as bad.
Yeah, college basketball is the one that's obvious because it literally
Yeah.
does stop the game. It is
Literally be on a
Yeah.
fast break and they'll just fucking stop it. I'm
yeah.
just
so
like,
I've
what the fuck are we
literally
doing?
the research
Yeah.
paper that I like chose to wrote in high school was literally is media ruining college sports and specifically
that.
college basketball. And my answer was
I love that.
fuck yeah, it always has, because a team doesn't have to waste the timeout. It's just like, oh well, Pepsi says it's timeout time. All right, guys. Like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of it's almost in the same ballpark as like ruining, like, for an aspect of like greedy fucks ruining sports like
Yep.
this is like Super Bowl tickets. No person that cheers for any of those fucking teams is going to be able to fly out to that given city and afford a fucking $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 ticket.
I'll
It's
say-
for the rich motherfuckers.
Yeah. The Super Bowl it went from being like a celebration of like seeing your like team like at the big game to
Yeah.
now it's like, to Jake's point, it's just a fucking jerk off for a bunch of fucking rich people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
people
I
have
saw
to fucking
somebody
take out a second mortgage to go.
Somebody did the breakdown on what percentage of tickets are actually given to like the general public to go, and it is like a very small percent that like
Yeah.
people
That
are
surprised
actually
me.
allowed to just buy and go. Majority of it goes to rich people first, and then they have like 15% of the tickets left, and then they'll give them the teams, and something will happen. So
Well, you know what? Let's just start a revolution against the 1%.
Let's go.
I agree.
Let's do it. Fuck it.
But to wrap
Start
up
burning down the establishments.
this, you've got the Reds patch.
Oh yeah, the Kroger patch.
Yeah, it don't bother me. It's more money.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care, but at the same time, when I saw it, did you see how big it was?
It's super small.
No, bro. It's like, it's literally, so here's the sleeve. Bro,
Yeah.
it goes across the sleeve. Like, it's solid, like 4 inches long.
Oh,
And
the
about 2
one I
inches
seen
tall.
I was gonna say the one I seen it looks super small.
No, so it says Kroger. and
Right,
It's a
yeah.
big ass white
Sport-
patch
yeah.
around it. Bro, it's fucking huge. It looks retarded.
I'll have to look at it again.
I'm struggling
Yeah.
to find a picture.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I don't give a fuck. They're not gonna be on the jerseys that I sell, but it looks stupid. Huh?
That you sell?
Did I sell? Oh,
Yeah, you
sorry,
said it.
buy. Yeah, it's
Um,
not gonna be on the sleeves of the jerseys I buy, but
They might do what the NBA does, where the NBA will sell like the jerseys without the patches, and then they'll sell like the
Mhm.
official jerseys
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
patches. That
yeah.
might be what MLB will do. That's the smart thing.
So
do.
It's
okay. It is decently like size. Like it is covering like almost the
like,
whole
like a logo.
outside of the sleeve. I don't know if this picture is like actually what it's going to look like, or somebody photoshopped it real quick, because this patch looks horribly done, and I hope to God the jerseys don't look like this shit looks like a DHgate patch on
put
a
it up
college
on the screen. I
basketball
want to see
jersey.
which one you're looking at.
This is the only picture I can find.
If you
Yeah,
go to
that's it.
Like that, you know how like the NBA.
Oh
it's
no,
kinda,
I'm sure the stitching is better around it, but
yeah, because like the NBA, it's actually built into the jersey.
Yeah.
Like the sponsor. Like this looks stupid
Yeah.
because it's just a giant white rectangle. I hope
that's exactly what it
I
is,
hope
though.
they just like stitch the words Kroger into the side rather than this patch on
Nah,
the
it'd
side.
be that white patch dog.
It is, yeah. It's
I
a
don't
white
like the
patch,
I
and
don't
that's
like
what
the I don't like the
Yeah,
patch.
that's
If it
like
just had
the
Kroger on
media
the
day.
side, I would be fully like for it, but I don't like it. Just kind of looks tacky.
Yeah.
But as
I
long
agree
as the ones I'm
100%.
buying don't have it, which assumingly that's how it's
And
gonna be.
it-
I don't know, because like NBA, if I go buy an NBA jersey from Nike, it doesn't have the sponsor, but if I go buy it from the team store, it will.
So that's you can see, or I'll
can't-
just put it in
It's
the
hard.
group.
Yeah, it's hard to make out.
Or I'll just put it in the Discord.
Yeah, because like the NBA, if I go to like Orlando Magic's website, it has the patch on. It has the Disney like logo on it. But if I go on Nike's website,
Yeah.
Nike doesn't sell it with the Disney
Right.
or the
And
whoever.
that
it
was
is.
my biggest complaint was the big ass white patch. By the way, if you're just listening and you want to know what the fuck we're talking about, just get on YouTube and look us up and you can watch it.
There. I just put it in the Discord. If you go onto Hunter Green's shoulder, you can see it. It doesn't really wrap around all the way. The white, like, fucking, there's still a white background on it, but
Yeah, and you realize, but okay, on the white jersey it looks fine, but when they start wearing their Sunday reds,
See, like here,
That's-
this is the
it's gonna
picture. I'm
look
looking- Look
stupid.
how tacky that looks. Like,
Yeah,
if
it
that's
looks
actually
cheap.
like
yeah,
I said, I have purchased things on DHgate, and they might be higher quality than what this image looks like.
so it sounds like Devin's on my side because that was my complaint. It looks stupid.
Here, my full thing is, as long as I can go
shout
buy
out
it,
Lucas Sims. So glad he's back.
as long as I can go buy a jersey, and it doesn't have it on it, I don't care.
Yeah, but then another thing that makes them a greedy fucks is like,
We have
It's on-
we have
so,
every
like,
picture
Joey
here of
Votto-
it.
yeah, Joey Votto when he's up to plate, it's going to be on his right sleeve so the camera gets a good look at it.
Yeah. So it's basically if you're a
Lefties,
right-handed
righties.
batter,
They're
it's on your
gonna
left, yeah.
put it on whichever. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, you can see that they switch.
Listen, it gets
You-
us a couple extra fucking mil to fucking hopefully start signing some fucking people.
To
so it is
pay
what it is.
who? They're not going to get anybody. They're just going to fucking keep developing and trading out. That's what they always fucking
Nah.
do.
I mean, I understand the
They'll start
sponsorship,
paying.
but like, this could be a debate. I'm only ever gonna go get groceries at Kroger. Actually, I take that back. Now that
I never go.
Costco's that are appearing more around, Costco's the place to go.
I go to Aldi. Aldi's cheaper.
So, yeah,
What I can't
German
get at
Yeah, but I
Aldi,
feel like
then
the
I
only
go to
the
then
only
I go to
Aldi I
Kroger.
know is like that tiny little store, and I feel like they're not gonna have everything that I want.
Oh, you'd be surprised actually.
Maybe, I don't know. I get free Costco membership, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
use
well, fuck it.
those.
Yeah, do that.
Great place. They got everything.
They do. Them and Sam's. If
Shout
Sam
out
wasn't owned
Sam's.
by China.
Isn't everything owned by China at this point?
You're right. You're
Not
so
this,
right.
not this podcast. Proud and not sponsored by China.
Proud American made. Fuck
Yep.
China.
Absolutely.
Unless you're a Chinese listener, we're we respect you.
We
We
respect you
don't
as a
like
person,
your
but
we don't
hate
like
your
your
fucking
government.
country.
We hate your government. We
I hate
your
your country.
leaders. But
I
for
just don't
the,
like your cunt.
for the
just straight
innocent
up
Chinese
hate your
listeners.
country.
Thank you for listening.
But
And
fuck
Jake
your Pooh
Jake
Bear.
just hates your country.
I really do hate your fucking country.
As La China, the face of the country, plays for his basketball team.
Oh, China. Jesus.
Why do you think I respect him as a basketball player, not a person?
Okay. Oh,
He's a hypocrite. We don't have to get into that though. We can get into that.
everyone
later
already
some other time.
knows. Last time,
I'm sure I've
last
talked about
time I called him La China on this podcast, we had to then take out what was said afterwards. So we'll leave it at that.
Well, no. I'm not. No.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking
When we
about.
did,
but
when
I
we
don't
did
know
our
if-
starting 11 for the USA World.
But I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I don't know if I ever went into depth as to why I don't like LeBron
No, I
in
don't.
China.
I think most people have the same feeling with that. It's
Yeah.
kind of understood. Anyways, Brad,
Oh yeah. So I put
who am I
this in
betting
there.
on?
So to best value bet to win AL Cy Young Award winner is
Hunter Green.
one of the Reds moves of the AL.
Oh, I didn't hear you say AL. I just heard Cy Young.
No. My best bet to win AL Cy Young best value is the man they call the sex god, Tyler Glasnow. Plus 2,400. I think the Rays are making the World Series this year. I think he will be a big part of that. I have money on him already. But yeah, Tyler Glasnow's winning AL Cy Young.
Yeah.
Facts. All right. I know where I'm putting my money.
I'm putting money on it right now.
Then again, last time I listened to Brad, I got fucked over.
For what? Oh, Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah. Mr. Joe Dirt.
Hey. I'm looking for value bets, all right? Leave me alone. So yeah, another rule change thing that was proposed for college football because, apparently, pace of play is an issue in college sports now, Who the fuck knew that? So there were 4 big proposed rule changes. One was consecutive timeouts. You get the point in the game where you're trying to ice a kicker, you can't call, and teams will call 2 or 3 timeouts. They're wanting to change that. That one don't bother me as much, The other one was no longer extending a first or third quarter for an untimed down if the quarter ends on a defensive penalty. That one to me is stupid because it doesn't happen that often, but still it's not that big of a deal. Number 3. Clock will continue to run after the offense gains a first down, except inside of 2 minutes and a half. That's basically like the NFL thing. I think it should just stay how it is. To be honest,
Wasn't there another what you said?
I'm about to get into it.
Oh, okay.
The fourth one's the big one. That's the one that where it's okay, what the fuck are we doing?
So on the last one you said, is it saying if you get a first down and you go out of bounds, the clock is supposed to keep running? Or I'm confused.
I think it's when
clock will continue to run after the offense gains a first down, except inside of 2 minutes and a half. So it's essentially like the NFL, where if you get in college, you get a first down, clock stops. It's basically the NFL where you get a first down, clock keeps running. The fourth one's the big one, and
I see.
I think this is what Jake was thought I was just talking about. Clock will continue to run after an incomplete pass once the ball is spotted. That completely changes the trajectory of a football game.
Wait,
that's stupid.
So these are proposed rule changes that people are proposing in college football that they're discussing right now, actually. One of them was the clock will continue. So let's say incomplete pass. Ref spots the ball. As soon as the ref spots the ball, the clock will run after an incomplete pass.
That's so fucking stupid.
Right.
That. So you're saying, let's say we don't have much time here, right? We're going for sideline passes because clearly we're trying to get out and stop the clock. Receiver does not catch sideline pass. Then the clock just starts fucking running.
Yeah, after the ball's set.
This is only
so
this is only a proposal,
takes away the
right?
the spike too. Then
right. Yeah,
you can't even fucking spike the ball anymore.
Right, but to Dev's point, these are only proposed. From the report, from people that are college football insiders and know people and upper levels, they said number 4 they would be completely shocked if that one gets approved. But the fact that it's even being proposed, is
appalling, egregious, blasphemous. Any word you want to fucking use, insert it there.
So the first one you said
prohibit consecutive timeouts.
Yeah. So can you do that in the NFL? Because my only knowledge of this is in Madden, and in Madden I can't call consecutive timeouts. So I don't know if that's realistic to in the NFL. Because you do see them time out to ice the kicker, but you never see it more than once in the NFL, to my memory. But I don't know if that's a difference in rules between NFL and college.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think
you can call consecutive timeouts.
At least in Madden you can't. So if Madden is correct with the NFL rules, because in Madden I'd love to call 3 timeouts in a row, but it won't let me. So, yeah, I don't think you can in the NFL. You don't want to look that up.
I don't think you can either.
I don't
I'm
think
almost
you call
positive.
consecutive time.
Or at least it's an unwritten rule that I just had in my head that may or may not exist.
So I'm trying to think. I don't think you can.
You know what this comes down to? What I bet why this is happening is
So
like you have see, there's like those Sunday night primetime shows or those Saturday night
Saturday,
primetime
yeah,
shows. Yeah. I mean, just I don't know what's on like Fox or CBS or whatever
right.
at those times of nights.
Football. That's all I know.
Right. So it's just like I bet people are getting pissed because their shows that are on later that night are getting put kind of like my mom. She would get so pissed off on Sundays, like because the game go to overtime and it
Mhm.
pushes her show that she wants to watch. It was like Big Brother or some shit like that.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
it pushes Big Brother back where she can't watch Big Brother at fucking 8 o'clock like she does every Sunday. It pushes it back to like fucking 8:30. And she goes, "Why? It's your football's ruining my show. I can't watch my show now because your football's on." Well, I don't give a fuck. All right. This is my shit's real. Your shit's fucking scripted. Well, now we know it's not. They're both scripted, but
Okay, so the NFL rulebook does specifically state that during a dead ball period, you can only call one timeout.
okay. So
okay.
yeah.
So you can't. That is a difference. This article I found that's talking about the same thing and then proposing it's from 2016. So they must really be trying to get this shit to happen.
Right.
Which
Um,
I agree. I mean, I feel
I mean,
like
So
I think it's funny and disrespectful, so
I
I'm about
I
it. But
do. I mean, I don't think icing the kicker. I mean, maybe it's a little bit of a mental thing, but I don't think it really.
the only time it actually works is if the kicker doesn't kick it, and he like
The
and
only
it, they
time I
like
can
he pulls
remember
it back.
is the Houston game like years ago when they literally called 3 in a row and all 3 of the ones that he tried he made. And then on the
and then he
4th
missed.
attempt he fucking missed it.
Yeah, or
That's
like
the
when
only time
the
I
Brown.
remember them like actually like having
Working.
all 3 timeouts in that situation to even do
Yeah.
that.
Well, see,
So,
the one I remember is like, the Browns. I can't remember who they were playing, but I was watching it at a friend's house, and it was like they were all just the whole family. They're all Browns fans. Bengals already won. They were playing at 4 o'clock. I went over there, and so I went over there, and it was the end of the game, and I can't. It must have been like maybe 2016, 2015, 2016, and they kicked the ball, but they called a timeout. They called a timeout, and then he kicked the ball as a practice kick. It went
Mhm.
through, and it was like a 55-yarder or something like that. It went through, and they were all cheering. I was like, "Oh wait, there was a timeout." They're like, "Oh fuck!" And they said, "Oh well, here comes the Browns. You know, typical Browns. I bet he misses this one." He kicked it again. And that one went so wide left. They all got pissed. They turned off the TV, threw their hats on the ground, and walked out. I was like, "Man, icing the kicker does sometimes work." I was like, "That's fucking hilarious."
That's
But that's the
great.
only instance I can remember like
yeah.
that
I
shit
think it's one of
actually
those
worked.
things that can work, but also that normally for an athlete to get to that level of a sport, their mental like ability to not worry about that shit is like already like at the fucking top
Yeah.
of
Not everybody can
not
be
being a
like
choker.
a Justin Tucker or a Evan McPherson, you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get
just look
those
at
Brett
Ohio
Mowers
State's
out there.
kicker. Prime example.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Bro, he fucking pushed that shit so
That was
far.
oh.
It was indoors too. That was the best part.
I was cheering, man.
I was too. I was so happy, dude. I was like,
Like
yeah, fuck
a
these
lot of me
guys.
wanted the Ohio State Michigan, but when Ohio State did that, I was like, all right, let's go.
Well, Ohio State played after
Well,
Michigan.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because of
After
what
Michigan lost, I
happened.
said,
Yeah.
fuck it. I hope Ohio State gets their cheeks clapped.
I hope you do too. I'm tired of seeing these fans that are like rooting for teams that they shouldn't, and it's pissing me
Yeah.
off.
Fuck those fans.
Okay. While we're on this topic, let me ask you guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about people that root for conference? So, like, let's say, like...
Okay, so the example I was about to bring up.
Yeah. So like, Devin rooting for Michigan and Ohio State in, like, this past year's playoff because they're in the Big Ten, like, something like that.
I simply rooted for it because I think we would get one of the best college football championships we've ever seen. And also, part of me, I hate Michigan. I hate Ohio State.
Fair.
I hope they hate me. But holy shit, the Big Ten and the fucking playoffs just keeps looking like utter shit. And it's making our conference as a whole look like garbage.
Yeah.
To the point where they're going to be like, all right, we're not putting Big Ten schools in the 4 fucking team playoff because they get in there and they do this shit.
Yep.
That's
No,
what
Big Ten will always be solidified. I mean, as we're
Yeah.
seeing with like conference realignment and everything.
And like I'm
But,
starting
yeah.
to feel the same way about basketball. One of the damn Big Ten schools got to win a tournament. Like,
For the love of God, at least make it to the Final Four.
but the part of me that wanted them to go was simply because of that. I was gonna bring up the NFL thing, like seeing either Giants, Cowboys, or Commanders fans root for the fucking Eagles. You're not a fan. Like, I'm sorry.
No.
You're just not a fan of football. If you're willing to, if your hate for Patrick Mahomes goes over what should be your hate for Philly, I don't think you're a football fan. Because
No,
it's just so odd to see Cowboys fans or Giants fans cheering on Philadelphia. Like
That's
just
like
doesn't.
a Steelers fan or a Ravens fan rooting
for
for
the
the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Like that
Or like a
shouldn't.
Bengals fan rooting for the Steelers. You know, if they win the Super Bowl, you root for them to win this Super Bowl. They're just going to use that as ammo against you next year when you're talking shit to them.
Exactly.
Oh, we
like,
just won this past Super Bowl. I was like, oh, fuck, I was rooting for you guys too. God damn it. I just shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like the Cowboys fans that were rooting for the Eagles after they lost to the 49ers. Like, come on. Just because you lost to the 49ers, there's no way that you're rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah, fuck no.
I think context matters when it comes to that. Like a whole conference in football can be placed, I think, a little bit different as like a 4-team division, for example. But you know,
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't rooting for the. I definitely wasn't rooting for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
yeah,
But had it been any other AFC team, would I have rooted? Like, if it was Buffalo, would I have rooted for Buffalo? Yeah, I probably would have rooted for Buffalo. They've never, like you said, it's context. They've never won a Super Bowl. So yeah, I think I'd like to see that. That'd be kind of cool to see.
And when it comes
the
to college, I
Jaguars.
just want to see the Big Ten's name like up there at the top again. It's been a while.
Oh man, but I don't want it to be Ohio State. If anybody's
That's my
going to win
thing.
it, I want it to be
I
Michigan.
I don't want it to be certain teams, but we're not looking good.
No. So if it's Michigan State, no, even then I can't. All right, I'll tell you this. Say it's like Penn State in the national championship. I might root for Penn State against somebody, you know. I might. I don't know. We'll have to see how I feel to get there. Because to get there, they probably would have to beat Michigan, and I'd probably be like, "Fuck you guys." But
I mean, if any other
it's-
Big Ten team is there, I'm going to question it. But you know, maybe. Well, like I said, it depends on the circumstance. Me wanting an Ohio State Michigan like game means one of those teams that I do not like is going to win it. However, would I get like one of the best, you know, championships that we'll probably ever see? We hadn't seen the game, so you never know. But that rivalry being that game,
yeah,
would be.
it's like the 2016 election all over again. You got to figure out which STD you'd rather live with. You got to vote for somebody, so you might as well pick one.
Yep, that'd be how I feel exactly. And if it was like Michigan State, Ohio State, I'm sure that's how you would feel, right?
Now, and you know what? I'm gonna go with Michigan State in that instance.
Appreciate
I don't live
it.
in Michigan, so I don't have the Michigan State haters breathing down my neck. It's always Ohio State haters.
See, it's a weird
so.
thing because Michigan State fans, we absolutely hate Michigan. But also, I think if you and me lived in Michigan, the rivalry would feel. You'd probably hate Michigan State more than Ohio State if you lived up there. But because
absolutely,
you live with around nothing but Ohio State fans, it's all gonna.
Yep.
Like, I hate Ohio State more than Michigan in a sense simply because of the fans. Now, as a team, as a college, I'm going to hate Michigan more, but I cannot stand the fan base of Ohio State because I'm constantly surrounded by it. And it's delusional.
I still think
it's
if
fucking delusional.
Yes, they're all fucking mentally handicapped. They're shit their pants retards. But
All right.
if I lived in Michigan, I still think that I would hate Ohio State more than Michigan State, just because I mean there was a goddamn war that happened.
Yeah, the rivalry
So,
goes a little
and-
differently.
Yeah.
My school's biggest rivalry is your team. Your school's biggest rivalry is a different team. So it's a like
Mhm.
weird.
It's a weird triangle we have
Exactly.
going there. Illuminati shit.
What
What was your question, Brad? We just kind of went on a
We
rant
kind of
there.
we
What was
answered it. He asked.
Did
if,
we answer
He
it?
asked if rooting
Okay.
for a different team in the conference is like.
Yeah, that's right.
How
That's
that
right.
feels. We gave a long answer. We responded
did
with
give a
a
long
3-paragraph essay.
And if you don't like it, suck my cock.
All right.
All right,
Not
moving
you,
on.
Brad. I'm talking to anybody. Well, I guess you too if you didn't like it, but
No, I respect it.
I mean, you can suck my cock too if you really
Was this
want
next
to.
one you, Brad?
I'm good. Yeah. So if you haven't heard about the Brandon Miller situation, it's pretty wild.
I haven't.
Yep.
I've seen it. It's
Yeah. So this came out some point yesterday. That'd have been Tuesday, February 21st. We're recording this on Wednesday. So police testified that Alabama basketball player Brandon Miller brought former teammate Darius Miles his gun before a fatal shooting in January.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Miles was arrested and charged with murder of a 23-year-old woman. Brandon Miller is apparently playing tonight for Alabama. As far as on the court goes, he's really good and probably would have been a lottery pick. Probably still will be a lottery pick in the upcoming NBA draft. Nate Oates was asked about it, Alabama's head coach, and said he caught at the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Apparently, too, when his friend asked him to bring him a gun, he didn't ask what it was for or anything. He just gave him the gun. No questions asked.
How tight are these? Are they homies?
I guess, yeah. Apparently, they were former teammates. I assume from they were former teammates. I don't know it, but I don't know if it would have been in college or in high school, but whatever. They're former teammates, so I assume they're tight.
Okay, so I have some questions about this because I
Yeah,
never
go
even heard. So before this, I didn't even know about the murder.
Yeah.
So I want to know what the murder was about.
That they haven't said.
it was outside of a bar, so assumptions were stupid drunk stuff.
Oh, damn. That's
Because it was on campus outside of a bar, so the
Yeah.
assumption would be.
I was gonna say, as far as like the actual like why, I didn't know if Devin had seen.
I mean, not that I'm condoning murder, but I mean, at the same time, if
There
If
was
one of my-
there was a girl. So in the case, a girl was killed. The dispute started because I was trying to look more up about this. The dispute started because Michael Davis was trying to talk to the woman and she didn't want. Like, I'm assuming probably hit on. I don't know the full extension of the conversation. She didn't want to talk to him. He was intoxicated. And then, so he was drunk on tequila. So he said that he was drunk on tequila and doesn't remember a thing. An argument ensued and it got elevated. So who was it? One of them handed Davis the gun. And then he began firing at her through the window of the Jeep. He fired at least 8 shots, which of course killed her. And then her boyfriend was there, and he started returning fire at them. So
well,
that is what
I don't know
happened. So
my point no is now invalid. So
the part with Miller is that he intentionally parked his car in front of her Jeep so that she could not get out, and then they shot her.
Mm.
So
So this dude's a thug. Is that was that bad of me to say? Was that a racist thing to say?
I mean,
No, it's just funny that it's just the way you said
your
it.
old
Oh,
college,
okay.
your old college basketball coach, I think, would agree with that statement.
What's he up to these days?
Who fucking knows?
Yeah,
Um,
so from reading this, what I see, his involvement is he literally blocked her in so that they could fucking stop her and eventually shoot her.
You know what? Yeah, that's a thug thing to do.
Was
Just to
was
block him and just fucking.
I mean, there'll be more that come out. Like reading this, did he block her knowing that they were gonna open gunfire? I don't know.
Right.
Like what?
At the same time, if
There's
your
such
homie's asking,
little.
though, dog.
There's a lot of information, and then there's a lot of lacking
Mhm.
information.
right? Yeah.
However, a player being involved in this, and like if he blocked her in so that they could either assault or fucking kill her, then like clearly he's like, I don't know the legal word for it, but like he's a third party, like when it comes to like
Accomplice.
the murder. Yeah, like he's an accomplice to what happened, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I just want to talk about Nate Oates' statements saying wrong place, wrong time. And then he also went on to say you can't control players outside of practice. That was his response to all of this.
that's a horrible take.
I hate Nate Oates. I've hated Nate Oates for, you could say, like, petty shit because he talks shit about Coach K. Obviously, being a Duke fan, like, you know, I'm going to feel some type of way about it. But that, yeah, like, fuck Nate Oates.
If this wasn't like college, I would understand what he's trying to say. Like NFL, like I
Because they're
listen
grown men.
exactly. Like, but you are like almost like a father figure to
Right. You're
these
supposed to
young
be, yeah.
men. Yeah. That's not something. Sorry, they're not my kids. I can't fucking control them when they're not here. Well, okay, buddy.
Right. Like,
Listen,
the whole
these
point of,
parents are entrusting you guys to
right.
watch their kids while they're away at college. And that's
yeah, when it comes to college, like it's on the parents through high school, but when they get to college, they're entrusting you to keep them like in line, in check, in manner, and
safe.
safe,
Right.
right? So yeah, I saw that statement too, and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
But like, I don't know, how can you say wrong spot at the wrong time when you intentionally block somebody and then get out the car with a fully loaded gun? That
Yeah.
is not a wrong spot, wrong time
Defending his
situation.
players.
I don't
I don't know enough about
I
this for me to
understand
really say.
I could
but
understand the NCAA on certain situations wanting to be like reserved about like not necessarily suspending players, but like in active fucking situations not letting them play. Like a situation of, oh, someone was accused of, you know, sexual assault. Well, let's get more details. You know, could this be a fake, thing that unfortunately
Yeah.
does happen to some players? Not all of them, very obviously, Deshaun Watson.
Bitch.
But there being this many details about it, like, does not sound like he should be playing. Like, if it is very open that he blocked her in and came out with a fully loaded gun, I don't think he should be playing the sport as of right now. Some people might be like, let them play until like proven guilty or whatever, but like, I don't know. The situation doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, I agree with the letting them play until. I mean,
But like, there's like video, like this dude, they're
like
caught on
that's my
camera.
thing. This situation, like being accused of something and literally there being video of you fucking doing it, are two different things.
well, no, Brandon. It doesn't say Brandon Miller did it. He was, but I think he should still be allowed to play. But if there's video proof of like another player shooting somebody, yet no, that dude should not be playing. But he didn't do the shooting, so I mean,
No, he he blocked her. He blocked the car.
But him blocking her in and bringing the fully loaded gun are where I draw the line of I don't think he should be playing, because you literally
he brought the weapon and then he blocked her in.
if
Right.
those things are true of him blocking him in and giving
Right.
him the fully loaded weapon, he's going to
Allegedly.
be considered like an
Right.
assistant, like
But
he
my
assisted. He
point
got the assist on the kill.
You have the assist
Like,
on the
like-
bucket.
It's a horrible way to put it,
put
but
that one on the stat sheet.
it's a horrible way to put it. But if I open up the lobby leaderboard in the middle of the game, under the A column, there's a 1. Okay, there's a 1. It sucks to say, but there's a 1 right there.
Who was the guy that did the shooting? He play? He's got the what is that? A 2 or a 3? What, is that a 4-point play? If that's what we're going with, I mean, I'm just curious
I'm more referring to like on a COD leaderboard, not the basketball score sheet.
I mean, both work in this instance.
Both
They really-
work.
yeah, they
Both
do.
do
They
work.
do.
But my first thought
Right.
was like on the leaderboard. If I pull it up in COD, he's got the assist.
It's
Okay.
KD. Anyway, but my point was, if I'm a firm believer in the innocent until proven guilty. So if there's not like hard proof evidence that this dude did what they said he did, he should continue to be able to play until it's proven that motherfucker did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just this case. I think it's a case by case basis.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
But
of
at the same
devil,
time, I could also see like them saying, "Listen, you might want to stay out of the spotlight for a little bit, so maybe it's best that you don't play." If they
Yeah.
do something like that.
yeah, it's crazy.
But
I guess we'll have
Also, like-
more on that as it develops.
But also, like, part of me, I guess more will have to come out. Like, I don't know, like, was this illegal possession of a firearm? Was it legal possession of a firearm? Like, what was the situation? Because in my head, the way I'm taking this situation, for sure, if he illegally possessed the weapon, he should not be fucking playing basketball. He should, like, that right there is already, like, a charge, like, of guilt
That
on
I
its,
agree with,
that
yeah.
on
If
its
that
own.
was-
You're already in big trouble for doing that.
Mhm.
If it was like a conceal and carry, he has a permit, like we're talking a little bit different of a situation when it comes to charges that are coming at him.
yeah.
Because if it was like legal conceal and carry of his weapon, of course, before he gave it out to somebody, which is not within the rules at all,
Right.
the charges look differently. So I guess I
Right.
don't know. I'm sure the investigation
My-
still they're
That's what I
still
said.
doing the investigation. So
That's what my point was. It's just if it's all alleged and it's not proof, then
yeah.
I think he should.
I'd
still
imagine
be able to
we'll
play.
know within the next week whether he'll continue playing. Like
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine this investigation within the next week we will know will he continue playing basketball or not.
Yep.
But yeah, very, very interesting. But also, like, when I looked it up, like, I see 5 different articles, and looking at all their names, I can tell you the bias from each side in every single one of them just by reading the damn name.
Yeah.
Yeah. But T's and P's to the victim's family.
Yeah.
But you guys got on here about the XFL. That's all you guys. I did not watch it.
I didn't watch it, but Jake said he watched it, so I told him.
I
told him to
watched
give
it.
his thoughts.
I skipped All-Star Weekend to watch, and I mean it's basically the same as it was in 2020. I mean, I guess it didn't really change much, but from what I can remember, so like it was the same, but I'm still gonna go through it anyway. But like I like the rules, a lot of the rules of the XFL, like. Because they had it. I'm pretty sure they had it the same way in 2020 and way back when, what was it, like 2003, whatever. But, like my favorite rule, just because it inspired, it already happened with AJ McCarron, and I can't remember the team that he plays for, but
Battlehawks.
yeah, and they came back. They were
Mhm.
down. It was like 15 to like 6 or something like that. I can't remember. And there was like
Bengals legend.
two to Bengals. Well, yeah,
Legend.
I'll say yeah. He's a yeah.
Listen, you put on a uniform, I'm calling you a legend. I don't care.
That's fair. He almost got us that playoff win until some bullshit happened. But
Yeah. Anyways, sorry.
anyways, that's a rabbit hole for another day. But oh shit. Oh, anyway, so it was like the 4th and 15 rule. Instead of
Yeah.
an onside kick, you can go for it on 4th and 15, and they got it with like I think it was like a minute left or maybe a little bit. Yeah, there's about a minute left, and they converted on the 4th and 15 to drive down, get it because they scored a touchdown with like a minute and so many seconds left. Went for the 3-point conversion, got it, and then they did the 4th and 15, got it, went down and scored another touchdown for the win. And it was just the coolest. It's like I love how it like incentivizes comebacks because that's what makes football
Right.
so much more exciting is the comeback. Oh, can they come back? Will they come back?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that rule was sweet. But all in all, there was 2 really good games. That being one of them. The other
I'm
2 were just kind of blowouts. But
Do you have a team?
um, I don't really.
I'm
I
a
kind
Vegas
of
Vipers.
Vegas Vipers. All
Yeah, I
right.
followed their social media channels. I'm a fan.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know. I like the Renegades name. I think
Yeah.
that's a cool name. And
The
I think it's that they also have Davion Smith from Michigan, so that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And then obviously AJ McCarron. I like rooting for AJ McCarron. So
He
Battlehawk.
there what is it? San Antonio like Bahamas or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Basically named after Brahma Bull Rock, one of Rock's nicknames from when he wrestled. Shout out Dwayne. Yeah, no, the problem with what is it technically called the problem with like spring football leagues is it's not like part of it's just not something like we're used to where like it's part of like okay, like for me it's like all right, September through February we have NFL. February to June the NBA takes it. During that period baseball starts.
Yeah.
Also during that period March Madness. You have NHL playoffs. By the time NFL rolls back around, college football is also starting up. So it's like, for me personally, like I have like this like schedule of like I'm used to like all right, this sport ends, this sport starts.
Yep.
And like it's like hard to like fit something else. And then,
Yeah.
I guess in a way I'm trying to put it.
I think it tailors more towards like the strictly football fans.
Yeah.
Not just like the overall sports because I mean this XFL starts up right when the like weekend after the Super Bowl.
Which I think that they should wait a couple weeks for that fix for people who are like, damn, like I really wish I had football.
Yeah.
And then
I mean,
go,
but that's when the USFL comes in.
right.
And so now that's what kind of like, okay, now the USFL and the XFL are going to be competing on Saturdays for viewers because it's going to be happening at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
And so,
Which
but
is
the
crazy.
USFL, I think, does a better job kind of pushing it out a little bit further. I don't know when they start, but I know they kind of like it's, I think it's like late March, maybe it starts or something like that.
Yeah. I think too the XFL I think will do fine just because anything like I want it to work just because being a big fan of The Rock, everything he does to succeed. We don't have to talk about Black Adam. Anyways, I think it will just because the way that The Rock's like mindset is and everything. Like I think it'll be fine. Like the way he's talked about too. Like I've seen that like can't remember if it was him or someone else like involved with the league that said that they would like to be like a funnel for these players to get another shot at the NFL.
Yeah, and there's been players that actually got another shot in the NFL.
Yeah, like PJ Walker. Yeah. Who actually didn't look half bad. Like he looked like a serviceable backup. Like he could be a serviceable backup in the league. The problem too with spring is there's like teams in the NFL are having trouble finding good quarterback play. Good quarterback play drives viewership. So spring football leagues are always going to struggle with that because you have someone like a PJ Walker that did good and they're instantly in the league because teams are always looking for quarterback play.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's true too. but at the same time, like PJ Walker, I mean, he rose from the XFL is really like exciting to see. So
Right.
it kind of like I don't know, it's almost I don't want to say it's like college ball where it's these guys just coming in to try to prove themselves to make it to the
Mhm.
NFL, but it's basically what it is. I mean, these guys
Right.
just coming
Like
in trying to give it their all to do it.
I seen fucking Adrian Martinez got fucking drafted into. I think it was like the USFL. I'm just like, dude, you were literally just on a college field.
Yeah.
So like, I guess if that's like his best way of thinking, like, if I that's his maybe like him and his agent or whatever sat down and like, all right, this is your best chance to show out in like a semi like I don't want to say semi pro league, but I mean it's essentially just in a another professional league. That if you do good, maybe an NFL team will come calling.
Yeah. And that's what I saw Josh Gordon. He was playing
Right?
too.
Yeah,
I think he's
he's
for
on
the
the
Vipers, isn't he?
uh. Is that who he's with?
Is it the Vipers or is it it's the Sea
No,
Dragons? It's
no,
the
it's
Sea
the Sea
Dragons.
Dragons. Yeah,
That's
because
the Sea
he's with
Dragons.
whoever their fucking quarterback is. I can't think of.
Yeah, the Hawaiian guy.
Yeah. I cannot think of his name at the
It's
moment.
Anu or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean like damn, Josh Gordon's in this. I was like the offense should run through that motherfucker. But
Right.
they barely gave it to him. Like they barely
He's
threw the
just
ball to
his
him.
body, man.
Yeah.
His body broke down on him.
I'm excited to see what he can do though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. All in all, I mean, I enjoyed the XFL. I enjoyed it more than All Star Weekend. It sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm interested to see, continue what they continue to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Just glad there's still football to watch.
I'll try to watch it next week.
There's actually supposed to be a really good game because both teams like dominated this
Name
weekend.
alone, I'm a Seattle fan, but
Okay.
I haven't watched it. So
All right, you're a Seattle guy.
I'm a big Sea Dragons guy.
All right, I'm a Vipers guy. Jake's got to get his team now.
The Renegades and the Roughnecks play this weekend, and both those teams kind of like proved themselves to be like.
You a big Roughnecks guy because you like Roughneck?
I do like some Roughneck, bro. Don't even get me started. Look at that.
I didn't need the fucking sound effects, dog.
You didn't need that? You want the
Nah.
visual. I gave you the visual too. Did you like the visual better? I'll give there. There's just the visual.
Nice.
If you want that, you're gonna have to get on YouTube, folks.
Okay. Moving on.
Jake
We'll get. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Jake is still picking his XFL team.
Oh yeah,
so
you're right.
you are a player or someone that you want
Yeah.
this lovely man to root for your team.
I'm a free agent.
Yep.
Let's court him. Okay, he's a 5-star recruit. Okay, let's get this guy somewhere.
XFL most eligible bachelor fan.
All right.
go ahead,
Moving
Nev.
to non-sports, I want to try a new game here.
Yeah.
Be good content for the YouTube and the talk.
Do we post anything on YouTube?
All the podcasts go live on there, but that's about it. I would like. We'll talk about it off stream.
that's fine.
I would like to make like actual content specifically for those two. But I think this one will be a good one. There's a new game. There's called Contexto. Well, I guess it's been going on for a bit. For anyone that's played something like Wordle, it's one of those puzzle games. And it like changes every day. So this game, every day a random word is chosen, and using AI, they rank words based on how similar they are. So your objective is you give it a word, and it tells you how far from the actual word you are. So, like, let's say, I'll give you an example. Let's say the word is silverware. If I type fork, it's probably 2, 3, or 4 because it is, like, that close. But if I type the word dog, it might be like 10,000 because it's not even, like, related to it. So, it's a little game we can do every time. It shouldn't take too long. We'll each take a turn guessing, and we'll kind of see who gets it first. If you're at home, you should play it. It's kind of, for me, this is like the replacement to Wordle. I played the last couple of days. It's pretty fun. So the way that we are going to do this, Jake, I think I'll start, and then we'll kind of like rotate around. We'll see who gets it first. So can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will start. I will start with the word house, and then you'll see it'll pop up with a number. So 2,202. So if it's red, it's pretty like not related to the word. You'll kind of see this bar go across on how close related. The lower the number, the more related it is to it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So
So it's better to start out doing more broad and kind
yes,
of.
and then you'll kind of
Okay.
break it down. Because
Why is there 2 houses?
because it shows. So once you see it, it'll put them in order on how relevant they are. The more guesses, and the top one is the last one that you said.
Oh,
Once
okay,
you do
I
another
gotcha.
one. So Jake, if you want to give a word, we'll kind of go in this order. Jake, if
Okay,
you give a word, and then we'll kind of see how many guesses
Okay.
it takes us to figure this one out.
Boob.
Boob. Let me see if it's on here. No, you cannot do boob.
Oh, damn, it's okay. Fine. So it's a PG game. Let's do Doritos.
727. So
Alright.
Doritos is more related to the word than house.
Let's go.
That doesn't 727 is still like many words away, but it does get you
Oh.
closer. It's a lot better than house. So Brad, do you have a guess? Because Brad might say something and it's really far off, and then we kind of, you slowly nail it down.
Bag.
520. Okay, we're getting closer. Bag. I'm gonna say store. Like I'm thinking of grocery store, but just put store. Okay, 813. So further than the last
Oh,
two.
you suck.
Shut the fuck up. It only matters who gets the word in the end.
So let's think here. Backpack.
All right. Backpack is
Holy shit.
is a lot further away.
All right.
Right, not related to backpack.
Let's do taco.
Ooh. 966.
So it seems like it's got to be some type of food.
That's yeah.
I mean, it could be and
yeah.
it could not be. You never know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a lot of these are food items, and although this is in a house, I'm still gonna go kitchen and see.
All right.
Okay, it's a little
you
further away, but it's a okay.
Restaurant.
How do I spell it? Hold on. I don't think there's a in the middle.
It's RESTA.
Is it?
No, it's AURANT.
Sorry, AURANT, like this.
Yep.
Thank you. I knew it was something weird. Okay,
Wait,
restaurants.
I was on the spelling bee back in the day,
Is there? Do you get a certain amount of guesses, or you just keep?
You just keep going. It's not like Wordle where it's like restricted. So because
Right.
it can take a lot of guesses because this is very like out in the open. So and then so this is your last guess, and then here it orders them, so you can kind of see backpack,
Gotcha.
house, kitchen, how you get closer.
Okay. Can.
So far, Brad has the best
Can.
guess, though.
The word doesn't count. Okay.
Too common. Shit.
You could put like drink if that's what you're thinking of. Are you thinking of like a can? If you're thinking like a can of pop, well, then we can just put like drink. Unless you're thinking of a can of soup.
Yeah, I was trying more thinking like a can of soup, but like a drink works. Fucking do that.
Drink. Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh. And what goes? So, I don't think you can do. I think it has to be one word. So my immediate thought is we went Doritos, we went bag, we went drink. So my brain says Mountain Dew because Doritos and Mountain Dew, but I don't think it's going that way. I'm going to go and I'm going to say Pepsi. Okay, Pepsi is further away, so maybe it's not. Pepsi's still second, but
yeah. So bag, Pepsi, drink, top 3 right now.
See, okay, so bag being here is kind of throwing me off.
Put the milk in the bag.
It could be, I immediately thought of the fucking Canadians and bagged milk, but I don't think
That's why I just said that.
that has anything to do with it.
Man, I was thinking like boxed wine or something.
Well, it can only be one word, so remember doing multiple.
Try wine, I guess.
Wine, okay. Further back, okay. So wine is further back than bag.
But it's
So drink is
pretty close. We're 100 away. Drink. I want to get this under 20.
It is on bread. I don't know if he knows or if he's thinking.
Sorry, I was reading something.
Oh, you're good.
All right, drinks the number one. You said beer.
Beer.
Can you do?
You can do beer. Is that what you want?
Yeah. All right.
This
Well,
word
That's
doesn't.
pussy shit.
How does wine count, but not beer?
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
you do alcohol.
Alcohol is even
Okay.
further out. Okay, so I don't think it's.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go generic. I'm just gonna type water. Okay, water is also. So drink, but not really related to water.
It's not really related.
It's got to be
to a
something
drink.
weird that you can
It's
drink that isn't like pop.
It's got to be some
or-
type of consumable.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I have my next one. Jake can go ahead.
Consumable
This is bad
relative to a
podcasting.
drink.
Because like it could be a place that serves these things. It doesn't have to. Well, restaurants so
Right.
far away though.
Exactly. That's why. Yeah, that's why I
have-
guessed restaurant. Brad, you want to give yours?
I was gonna say juice, cause like drink.
Okay.
I'm a
Ooh.
fucking
Wait,
genius,
I
guys.
have. I'll let you go, Jake. I want to say I have a good next guess, but we're just gonna hope it's not far away.
Try box.
Box.
Yeah.
It's close. So juice makes me think fruit. So I'm gonna go with fruit. Okay, we're getting to the ballpark. I figured it had to be a type of fruit because I don't know that's where.
Wait.
Oh.
So it can't be like a specific fruit. It's got to.
No,
be like
it can be
generic
it
word.
can be a specific fruit. It doesn't have to be a generic word.
Okay.
I just don't know
Apple.
why you couldn't do the word beer, but you could do
Yeah, that's
wine.
weird.
I don't.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Do apple.
Yeah, try apple.
Apple is a
Yeah.
lot further. Okay.
So
So
pineapple.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
further away.
The fuck?
So my immediate thought is if it's an apple, it's a red. So maybe it's not a red fruit. Maybe it's grapes.
Orange.
Maybe it's grapes.
Grapes.
Or should
It's maybe try.
I'm gonna
like,
type vegetable because if vegetable is closer than fruit, it's got to be a vegetable. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Vegetable is
yeah.
more related than okay.
Potato. Hey, try potatoes.
How can both of them be related? That's my question. Is it a vegetable or a fruit? Come on now.
Tomato.
Tomato. I like tomato. I think tomato's a great guess. Okay.
Hey,
Oh
chip.
my.
Do chips.
It's not your turn. Settle down.
Sorry.
Okay.
We were just all throwing stuff out. I
We
thought.
were
we
kinda
kinda
Okay,
just-
so here's the thing. Here's why I don't think it's chips. It's because Doritos is way down here and bag is way down here. That's why I don't think it's chips. It could be. I can say
But
that on
potato
your
was
guess.
so close. I'm thinking like potato chips.
Yeah, but then like Doritos and bag being back here is
Yeah,
kind of
that's
what
true.
throws me off.
That's
So
true.
vegetable is closer. It's not tomato. Is it like maybe carrot? Oh. Okay, this is. Are we stupid?
No,
Yes.
hang on.
Because we got vegetable and now we're.
So it's got to be some type of soup or something. Maybe try soup.
Oh, that is good. But then you also got juice. This is
Vegetable was 14 away, and fruit was
Yeah.
18 away.
So maybe vegetable and fruit are related to it, but it's not that, because seeing both of them
Right.
being so close. See, I like the tomato guess because people argue whether it's a
Right.
vegetable or a fruit.
That's why I
but
said
this
that.
Right.
those two words being so close, and it clearly doesn't seem like it's a specific one, is odd.
Isn't it Brad?
Is it?
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
said
it's
soup.
you. Jake went.
Do fucking hamburger. Fuck it.
Hamburger. We're going.
Yeah.
So now,
Jesus
because I feel like
Christ.
those are two. My brain wants to say farm because a lot of this you get on a farm, but then once you
Yeah.
start going down here, you get away. But those are really far away from farm. So I'm gonna type
But-
farm. Son of a bitch.
Maybe garden.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
garden is not
wow.
even close.
We took a huge
Nope.
step back.
Nope.
All right.
Jake is all the way.
Jesus.
Plant.
Oh, plant. Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna type the word food. Is this too generic? Okay, food
Oh.
is closer than vegetable and fruit.
What? Okay. Try candy. Oh, fuck.
No. I don't fucking know, dude.
This is weird because like soup, fruit, vegetable, candy.
Lunch.
Oh, I like this. Nope. Like there's so many different like I think it's getting too like because yes, hamburger is closer, but it's still many words away. So food is the
Yeah.
closest that we have. So it's but drink was also here. I mean, I guess it's just related.
Gotta be. It's consumable, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna go. This could be a horrible guess. I'm gonna go factory because this all kind of relates to a factory. Never mind. Not even fucking close.
hey, at least it wasn't pink, all right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh.
We're at 31 guesses. Our goal was 20.
Yeah. Try table.
No.
Damn. I was thinking something you eat all this stuff off of.
Date.
Oh,
I'm just trying to think of like stuff that would go like with this shit.
and like it's so kitchen.
Oh.
Like kitchen restaurant. We're way down here. So like. I don't. Now animal would make sense. What the fuck could this be? I'm gonna type seed. Okay, that's up there, but that's not so far away.
Try plate.
Okay, so here's the one thing I'll tell you. Like 3 days ago, it was plate, and table was like 4 away. So that is how I know it is definitely not plate. You can still
so
try it
type
if you
in
want.
towards him. Don't let him tell you what to do.
All right, Brad, back to you. We're terrible at this. Holy shit.
We are.
Well,
Food.
to be fair, this is the first time.
This is the first time, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking food, vegetable, and fruit are the closest. That being said, let's go with lettuce. Okay. Not great, not bad.
I'm going with corn. All right, corn is closer than potato.
Try medley.
Like this?
Uh-huh. Oh, I was thinking like a vegetable medley or something.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Vitamin. I don't fucking know, dude.
That's
That's
up.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Is it? I'm just gonna type health. Okay, no. I was like, maybe it's all has to do with your health.
I fucking hate this game, Devin.
Okay, like on average, I got it between like 20 and 25. So
Well, we're at 40.
this one is hard compared to the ones that I've done. I will tell you that.
Stadium.
Okay, I like where we're going. All right,
Alright.
we are not even in the
I
ball.
don't like where we're going.
Nope.
I try to big brain it.
Maybe there is a limit and we'll reach it.
We're about to find out, aren't we? Let's see. So food, vegetable.
So stadium is not even fucking remotely close to.
Try grass. Grains. Try grains.
Grain.
Oh.
Wait, wheat. Oh, okay. Wheat is one closer. So grain and
Let's
then wheat, and then
go.
there's like three. So there's 3 words between wheat and that one. See, farm being this far away makes me think it's not something you. I mean, it could be. It's just the thought of it being something you grow and farm being.
Rice.
Oh. We're still in the right ballpark.
Close. It was close. So we had.
So wheat, grain, and then wheat.
bread.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
bread is one behind grain.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with oats. I like me some oats in the morning.
Oh.
Oat is one word.
oh.
So there's one word.
So it's directly related to oat. Like the AI thinks
Meal.
that oat is the closest related word to whatever the hell this is.
Fuck.
What is? Wait, if it's brands, see, my brain wants to say like Kellogg or Kellogg's because if it can be a brand, they do like fucking everything.
Oh, do they do brands?
I don't know. I've never tried to type in a brand.
Well, we did Pepsi. That's a brand.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the fall if this is wrong. It's close, but it's still far.
Try Quakers.
That I'm thinking of the wrong brand. I think it's Quakers. That's
Quackers.
You don't.
this, right?
Oh.
Is that how you
Yeah, I
spell
think
it?
so.
Yes.
Damn it.
Quake. Well, that's Quaker, not Quakers. I mean,
Yeah, but
oat. What is
Cereal.
related to oat? I mean, I was thinking cereal, but I didn't think that could
that
be
could
it.
be good.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
My first thought with wheat and grain was it's a type of cereal, and fucking Brad got it.
I was thinking of different types of oatmeals.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you got vegetables and cereals, fruit and cereal, rice. Okay, so rice kind of throws me off, but they're more
So-
thinking
Yeah.
of like
It goes from cereal.
Oh,
It's made
like
of
not
oats,
lit.
made
It's
of
not like
wheat,
literal
grains.
rice. It's like rice.
Yeah.
No, it could be like that one fucking. What's the one cereal? Fucking
I know which one you're talking about. The little
Yeah.
tiny things.
Yeah, it's actually pretty fucking good.
because they have the Flintstones on them, and they
Yeah.
have like it's the Fruity Pebbles. But what's the normal
Yeah.
one called?
Rice Krispie
Right.
treats,
No, Rice Krispie treats is like
or just Rice Krispies.
yes, Rice Krispies. That's
Yes.
Time out. Why did I say Rice Krispie treats? You said no. It's Rice Krispies.
because Rice Krispie treat is like the glued together like
version
Bar.
of Rice
Yeah.
Krispies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's just
well,
funny that
first
when I said
one,
Rice
we
Krispie
got
treat,
it.
you didn't even think of it.
No, I knew it. I would. Yeah, I literally
Right.
didn't think
Yeah.
of it. I was like, he's in the right
Yeah.
ballpark, but I was thinking of the, the one thing. Okay, for our first attempt, 49 guesses.
Hey,
just-
my next one was about to say, all right, we have to get it before 50.
I mean, we literally got 7, 6, 5, and 2. So
Yeah.
I guess oat is the word it finds closest to cereal. I would think milk. My brain
Yeah.
says milk. Can I still
Yeah.
type in milk and see what it? Oh, you can see the closest words. Milk is like not even up here. Cheerio was 3. Bran was 4. Okay, so then you're just getting to see. That's why I thought Kellogg. The reason I said Kellogg's was because they make cereal, and cereal has all of this.
Right.
Okay, solid first time. Not gonna lie.
Gave me a fucking headache.
Yeah,
I haven't thought like that.
I'm
Since I
glad
worked at
Brad
the
said
bank.
it because when I first saw wheat being that close, I was like cereal, but then I didn't say it. All right, well that's Contexto. If you're at home, also try it. Let us know what you get.
Fuck that game.
Game's tough, but I do like it better than like Wordle and the other games. I think this one makes you think a little bit more.
It does.
Wordle just says how good are you at finding words. All right, we'll quickly move through the rest. We're pretty long into it, but we'll go over it. So last week we talked about Call of Duty and the bullshit that was going on there. So since then, and the anger, the outreach, they've announced a Season 2 Reloaded, which is going to come before Season 3. So they're going to add a mid-season update that's going to add like a new map, a new 6v6 map, and add things to Warzone and whatnot.
Yep.
The fact that you have to wait for people to get mad to actually
They do that
like,
every
update,
season.
it's just it pisses me off.
They do that. They have like a mid-season update every season though.
Because they're sitting here and they're claiming the new map they're still working on developing. There is not anything in me that believes it's not already ready. They're just bullshitting. Because Season 2, we got Dome, which we've had every year. And we got Museum, which was literally in the beta. So you didn't have to do anything. You literally just released a map that was finished prior to the game's release.
Yeah.
So go F yourself. I mean, I'll take more stuff, but I'm still pretty annoyed.
Right, yeah.
Season 2 was just a big failure. But I mean, at least they're trying to do something, but they still haven't responded to the, hey, why are you making a new COD allegations? They're just kind of ignoring it and saying, here's Season 2 Reloaded, please shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, Activision. I just want to just touch on their little updates since we talked about it last week. This next one, there's a video that I do recommend everyone watches on the JCS channel on YouTube. They do like criminal psychology. It's a fantastic channel. And this was in a bunch of news articles in the last week.
What's it called? I'm gonna.
I will link you the video because it has the video they leaked or they gave out the full interrogation, so you can watch the full interrogation of this guy. Like you did. So I'll throw this.
Yeah, send me that.
I'll throw it on Discord. It's really fucking good. But this guy, well, I put kid in the thing, but he is a guy. He's like in his late 20s now. So he came across, eventually, you know, as men do on the internet, he came across a website for cam girls. Well, let's put it this way. He's in his late 20s. He doesn't have a job, dropped out of med school. A little bit of backstory here. Both of his parents and all of his siblings are all like med school graduates in like fucking med fields. They're wealthy people. So he became in love with this cam girl. Now keep in mind he still lives with his parents, doesn't have a job. So he went about stealing his dad's credit card. And he spent over $250,000 talking to this one girl.
Who is she?
She's from Bulgaria.
Is she hot?
There's not a picture of her, so I don't know.
She's a cam girl, so I'd assume she's at least somewhat attractive.
I want to spend $250,000. I want to see what all the hubbub's about.
But from what he said in the interrogation, at the minimum, it was $600 an hour is like the base charge that he was giving her. On top of, I'm assuming he was giving her more money than that, like for other things. Who knows? Moral of the story: he did not go to Bulgaria. He did not get laid. He just spent $250,000 on his
Now he's a sad
of his
simp.
dad's. So his parents find out. Parents aren't happy.
Naturally.
They tell him, "Hey, can you not do that again?" They don't even kick him out. They didn't even kick him out. They gave him a second chance. They said,
As
"Listen."
parents do.
Yeah, they were nice. So what does he do?
Yeah.
He goes and does it again.
Does it again.
He takes his dad's credit card. He spends more money, and the funny thing is, his mom knew about this, and she tried to cover it up. She tried to help him out.
It sounds like he has an addiction that needs to be addressed.
Yes. He states in the interrogation that he is just looking for somebody to talk to. Because the interrogation's really good because they don't.
What is this hype man that we have with Brad right now? What the fuck's happening?
He's hyping him up. It's like they ask him questions for like 30 minutes before they reveal, like, they know what happens that I'll explain. So, Dad finds out. Mom had been helping him cover it up. Dad finds out. They get in a heated argument.
Sounds like Mom saw how bad the chick was, and she said, "Fuck yeah, I see why you're simping so hard. That's my dog. That's my son right there." So I see. All right, I see.
I guess so. Dad finds out. Dad's very upset, rightfully so. I think if my son spent $250,000 on a woman that he hasn't even touched. Like, come on, man.
if he touched her, would you have acted differently?
I mean, I would say $250,000 to get laid is a little on the extreme side, but
a little.
You do you, buddy. Plus, I probably don't have that much money to blow, and just tell my kid, "Oh, it's all right. Just don't spend another $250." But Dad finds out. Heated argument, kicks him out of the house. So now this guy is out of the house, no job, no money, nothing.
And he goes to rehab, and now it's happily ever after. Finds a good woman, has a family.
Unfortunately not. We go further.
He becomes an alcoholic.
He lives in his car for I think 3 or 4 days. And then he goes back to his parents' house during the day. He comes in the house, and he shoots his dad in the back of the head.
Oh.
It doesn't stop. He then goes and shoots his mom in the back of the head.
Oh.
So now he shot both of his parents.
even the one that was vouching for him. What the fuck?
Yep. And then his brother comes home.
Uh-oh.
After this has happened, and he's still in the house. He then points the gun straight in his brother's face and shoots him. So now he shot both his mom, his dad, and his brother.
There's only one less person to shoot.
After he shoots his brother, he then steals his credit card. He drives to Publix, which Publix is like the Kroger of the South for the people that don't know. In his car, he gets on their free Wi-Fi, and he talks to the girl. He shot his brother, stole his brother's credit card, went and got on Publix free Wi-Fi in the parking lot, and then was talking to her in his car after he had just killed his family.
Holy shit. I want to know I want to know what the conversation was that they were having on Publix Wi-Fi.
I'm curious. And the Publix Wi-Fi thing, because they track the IP and stuff, is mainly how they immediately knew it was him.
Right.
They could track him that easily. So
Jesus.
Eventually they find him. He doesn't fight it or anything. He willingly goes to the police station, does the interrogation. And like, they've asked him everything about his life. He's confessed all this stuff about the cam girl. Like it's very embarrassing. Um
I have so many questions.
and then part of it, it's a great watch, but part of it they ask him, they're like, "So, we can tell you're holding something back. So like, do you want to share anything with us?" And he's like, I don't have anything to share." Like they haven't told him yet like his parents are dead. Like he is pretending like this has not happened, that he does not know his parents are dead. Or
Oh, so he didn't confess to the murder. He just confessed to the
so
the
eventually,
cam
I
girl
mean, they
stuff.
know that he did it. So regardless if
But
he
he doesn't
confesses or
know that
not,
they know.
correct. Which
Okay.
I think he's playing it off. I would hope that he knows if he's being pulled to a police station for interrogation after literally just killing his parents and his brother,
Yeah.
that he knows something's going on. But he openly answers all the questions. He seems fine, and then they're like, "We can tell you're holding something back," and like they keep like, edging it. Fucking, he killed someone, um, and he just plays it off like, he knows literally nothing. But yeah, my man, oh, it's just a good watch. I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but it's like I said, the whole interrogation video was released to the public,
So
so
I
you
want to
can watch
know.
them talk to him the whole time.
I want to know what the conversation was between the girl and him when he was at Publix. What he said to her.
I mean, I just saw
Two.
a lot of people just said he had to get one last nut in.
That's what I want to know. Is he saying, "Hey, I just want you to know, I just fucking killed my family for you, bitch"?
Yeah, because she's like, she's a Bulgarian cam girl, so like she's not in the jurisdiction of being able to be questioned or anything. Like
Oh
that's
God,
way
no,
outside.
yeah,
They are
yeah.
never gonna get answers from her. But
I also want to know who she is.
like
I want
willingly kill your parents and your brother because they like kicked you out over this problem, but then to not only kill them but then steal their credit card one last time.
honestly, the
Oh,
best way you put it was the way you said it. I mean, they get
in the
one last nut
Publix,
in.
in the Publix parking lot on the free Wi-Fi.
God, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, that was a
Well, it's
really,
it's funny, but it's not funny.
it's horrible, and he's a really shitty human being, but
Oh yeah, absolutely.
it's just, good God.
I just want to know who she is. I want to know what she looks like. I don't even want to talk to her. Nothing. I don't want to. I just want to know what she looks like. What made this guy get so down bad for this woman. That's all I want.
I mean, in the interrogation, they asked him like, "Why did you keep spending money?" And he's like, "I just want someone to talk to." Now, how truthful that was, I don't know, but
Right. Yeah.
clearly she is not seeing you eye to eye, because part of his thing, he's talking about how he's felt like this connection between them, so like he's clearly fell in love with her, and that whole, yeah, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's a wild story.
God, that's fucking nuts. People are fucking crazy, man.
That much
Could you
money.
imagine being like that lonely though, and that horny that you feel like you need to talk to this girl?
Yeah.
You could. I mean, let's be honest.
I'm just amazed that his parents would even give him a second shot. They're like,
Well,
hey,
that too. But bro, there's crazy motherfuckers in Walmart. Just go talk to a Walmart door greeter. They get paid to talk to you. Just go talk to
exactly.
them. I mean, and I've seen an attractive Walmart door greeter before. Hey, there you go. There's your horniness and your loneliness. Check both boxes. Fuck the Walmart door greeter.
There you go. I mean, that was mainly it
Damn,
for it. It's really good.
damn, Brad, you missed a heater, bro.
Sorry.
You missed a heater.
He can go back and listen to it.
Yeah, he
What,
can go back and
what
listen.
was the last thing you guys were talking about?
The kid that, he killed his family because they found out about his addiction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's mainly it. Go watch, like I said, the JCS video is really good. Covers
Wow.
way more. It's a long video, so I'm going to cover it all.
I'll definitely
The
be
last thing
watching
I
it, though.
had from my part, I don't know if you guys have seen, because they've recently popped up, the like new AI voices where they're like dubbing the president's voices and like famous actors and
The
athletes.
TikToks are
Yeah, bro.
hilarious.
It is hysterical, but dude, it is scary realistic. Some of them are
I
like
love
is.
some
every
of them,
second
the
of it.
president's ones are like really realistic. Some of the other ones, like I've seen like NBA ones, and they're like kind of not there yet. But the president
Yep.
There
ones
was
with like Ben Shapiro and Elon
yeah.
Musk and those
It's
ones, it's like, oh man.
to Devin's point, it is great. Like the videos are hilarious, but to Dev's point, it is kind of scary. Like how like fucking real it sounds. And then now like people are doing like deep fakes with like shit with like video or whatever. Like it's
Cause like we knew AI was
kinda
coming, but
crazy.
all of a sudden, since like the beginning of this year, it's like, all right, this is all of its abilities, and this is like what
Right.
it's doing, and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
Sure.
but you know who it's scary for? It's scary for like the fucking celebrities and the rich motherfuckers out there because they're the only ones that's going to get like no one's going to be making deep fakes of us with our voices. So the only people it's going to be scary for are
I
like
don't
the
know.
celebrities
You
and
never
like the
know.
famous people.
We got
You
haters.
got yeah, dude. I got enemies. I don't know about you, dog.
Listen, I will fuck any of my enemies.
In which way?
Literally straight dong and booty.
There
If
was
any of them want to talk shit.
while we're on the topic, the
Dong
that
and booty? What you got, Brad?
no, I meant like the AI thing. Jesus, yeah, I
Oh.
could not have said that worse. Devin, did you see the one where they're like playing Siege or whatever?
Yes, I've seen so
With
many of them.
Dude, it
wanted-
just literally just the one it just literally had it was Obama talking about like a drone. I forget what game they were playing and I think it was Trump. They have Trump say, "You would know how to use the drones."
Yeah, I think I've seen so many Minecraft ones, so many Fortnite, so many Rainbow,
Yeah.
so many COD.
Overwatch.
I haven't seen Overwatch yet.
Really, I don't
I've
play
only seen Minecraft.
I've never played Overwatch, but I was seeing some of them earlier for There was one for Apex too, dude. I haven't played Apex since like 2019.
I haven't played Apex. It's still really popular. I just don't.
Yeah, kind of crazy that game's life cycles lasted this long.
One thing that came to my mind that I did want to talk about, I just put on the list.
Mhm.
So Twitter. So if you don't know does everyone here know what
lost
two-factor
my
authentication
account.
is?
For this shit.
So two-factor
Yeah.
authentication, for people who don't know, so your password is the first factor that authenticates you, and then the second factor could be like a Google Authenticator app, or they text you a code, right? It's more than just your password is what secures your account. Well, Twitter added Twitter Blue, which is like paying for Twitter Premium, I guess. So they just made it to where you can't use two-factor authentication unless you pay for Twitter. So they literally removed a feature that has been on the app for years because they want people to pay for it. They want people to pay for security. That, like, and some people are really defending it, and I understand the money thing, but this is outright just stupid. To say your account's in jeopardy because you don't pay $8 a month.
So
Like, that is outright absurd.
I logged on the Twitter, what was it, Saturday, I think it was, got on, and it popped up, and I clicked no or whatever, and it literally took my account away for 8 hours.
Like,
because I refused to take it off and pay for it.
Like, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to pay for security on, like, an app like that. Like, that's just absurd.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I don't
Like-
use it, so I don't have a dog in the fight. But
Well, I mean, Twitter years ago was literally a platform that did not generate revenue. It was just a social media platform with limited ads, and like,
Dude, I remember
in these
being,
recent years, and especially the last 3 or 4 months, clearly since Elon Musk took over, it has just been filled with revenue generators. Like, he bought a social media platform to turn it into a way to make money, but to say your account's not secure because you don't pay money is just stupid.
he He's basically turning Twitter into how he uses it, and it's obviously not everyone uses Twitter the same. Everyone uses it for different reasons or whatever. Kind of why it's, I don't want to say failing, but
You know,
hasn't worked, I guess.
I blame everybody that uses the app
Thank you.
because all like when I had it years ago, anytime something funny happened, every single comment on whatever the tweet or video
Yeah.
was I can't believe this app is
Twitter's
still free.
free.
I can't believe this is
Yep.
free. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? It's looking like it's not
Yep.
going to be free for long. So you're getting your fucking wish. There you go. There you have it. Manifested it, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't use it.
Yeah, Twitter can be the best and the worst place. Like there are times
Twitter, if I don't read replies, fantastic. Twitter, when I start reading people's replies to a post, the worst thing I've ever read in my life.
Yeah, I will say like there
Hmm.
are times where I'll be scrolling, I'm like, I really hate this fucking app. And there's other times where it's like, this is why I'm still on this app after fucking 13 years, 10 years, however fucking long I've been on the damn thing. 10 years.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to the last thing Jake has. I'm going to see the movie. I'm going to see the movie this weekend, so
I'm
I
probably
can give
going
a better
to go see
take
it.
next week.
I'm probably going to go see it this weekend as well.
But Ant-Man, what's your thoughts, Jake?
So this will be a I was gonna say this will be a like a no spoiler review here. But I know before it came out, I kind of got a little worried that it was gonna fall victim to the same thing that Thor: Love and Thunder did. And I feel like I've been pretty good about with my Marvel reviews about being unbiased and giving fair reviews. Like with Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, it was an okay movie.
I actually like that movie.
It was way too like comedy filled, not enough gore, and they made it more into a comedy. It's basically like Venom 2, where it was better when they didn't realize it was a fucking comedy. And
That's fair.
then Black Panther, it was overhyped. I didn't think it was all that good. It was okay. It was good.
First.
Not as good as the first. I thought the first one was overhyped, but the first one was overhyped, but it was good. It was good, but it was way overhyped. The second one was okay, and it was way fucking overhyped. But I understand that one because of Chadwick Boseman. But
yeah,
mm-hmm.
I literally had a conversation with one of my friends yesterday or the day before about Marvel, Disney, and Star Wars, and I think next week we could go more in depth to the role Disney is playing and how is it affecting both franchises and the way I think things are going well. But I also think Disney is doing their damn best to almost ruin them. So I think next week we should have a good conversation about that. We'll add it in there.
Yeah, we can go more in the depth on that next week.
Yeah.
That'd be the topic discussion for next week.
Yep.
So come see us live next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock if you want to see that discussion. Anyway, the review. So going into it, I was a little worried because of the review bombs. Like everybody, like the critics and stuff, like talking shit about it, saying it, blah blah blah, this and that. But I was still hopeful because fuck the critics, they're all bitches.
Right.
And so I went into it excited, and I tell you what, guys, it's pretty fucking good. It's pretty fucking good. Kang. What's his name? Jonathan. Oh God, I can't remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that plays Kang, fucking incredible. I mean, I was worried about like not being any stakes and how and it was hilarious. Like the comedy was done right, unlike in Thor: Love and Thunder. The comedy was actually done very well in it. It was a hilarious movie. It was I give it like a set. I want to say like a 7.8 to an 8.
Okay.
Out of 10.
7.8. When you put that on a Marvel scale, that's very good.
Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the better. Like I would say Endgame, Infinity War were both like 9.5s.
Yeah.
Like this is probably like it's probably like a 7.8 to an 8. So I mean, I thought it was really fucking good. I mean, it was like I think it was like 2.5 hours long, but it didn't feel like it was 2.5 hours
Mhm.
long. It moved really. The pacing was good.
So Jake,
It was,
I know you're a Star Wars guy. Brad, do you watch
yes.
any of the Star Wars stuff?
Uh, not since I was younger. I tried to get into it when I
Have you
was.
watched The Mandalorian?
No, dude, I haven't watched
Okay.
anything, dog. As far as like talking about Star Wars, I'd be sure you guys like Marvel and everything. Obviously, like I'll be able to chime in with that
Well,
stuff. But yeah, as far as like Star Wars, that'd be all
I
you.
want to throw
all you
in
guys.
because I didn't know how many of us here. I know me and Jake for sure. Season 3 Mandalorian, March 1st.
You excited?
Oh, I'm excited.
See, so
That's
this
one of
kind of will
that's one of the series that Disney's forced that actually is fucking good, not
right.
bad.
So the one thing I'll say is like I don't know. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. It's
Yeah.
just when it came to like the Boba Fett series and Obi-Wan Kenobi, I fucking hated both of those. They did they did a disservice to everything in both of those
So
shows.
Boba Fett, I strictly watch the end because it ties into like season 3 of Mandalorian. So
Right.
like that is why I watched it. Obi-Wan I thought was disappointing. Like
It was
I was
garbage.
not happy with that
There were
show.
some cool scenes, but
Yeah.
other than that. But my biggest thing that pisses me off, and this is why like I'm not as hyped for the Mandalorian, is so you had like Mandalorian season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Luke comes, saves Grogu, takes him. Sorry for spoilers for somebody that if anybody, I mean, but and then
Motherfucker.
I know I'm a piece of shit. What can I say?
If Brad goes and rewatches it, he won't remember a single name you just said.
No,
So it's all good.
But so like he goes, saves him. Then the Book of Boba Fett comes, and I'm excited because you know Mando's now going out to do his own fucking thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He goes with Bo Katan, and they're gonna go do their own fucking thing. He's helping him with the Mandalorians. I was like, that's gonna be such a sick ass season 3 with him going and helping Bo Katan and all them with the Mandalorians. But then the Book of Boba Fett comes, and Boba Fett's just a straight up bitch the entire
Yeah.
show,
I
a
was
pussy, and he talks way too much. I don't know that show should have never even
We'll
happened.
talk about
But
it next week, but like Disney forcing these characters, and it goes for both franchises of Marvel and Star
Mhm.
Wars, to
Yeah.
become fucking more comedic and more pussy rather than
Yeah,
what they should be and what we know them as is just
right.
it's an issue across fucking
Yeah,
all of this stuff.
yeah,
So, but no, I totally agree.
yeah, and that's why I just think like, and then when like the best episodes were the ones where it was Luke and Ahsoka and Grogu, and they were all
Yeah.
like talking,
Yeah,
and those and
I
the
wanna
best
have
parts
hope.
about it was did not have Boba in it at all.
Yeah. I want to have hope because for me, Mandalorian's like the second best thing to come of the like new age of Star Wars. I think Rogue
Yeah,
One. I think Rogue One is my number one of anything new that has come out. Like
absolutely.
post, like post the original 6 movies, right? Rogue One on the top, and then Mando is like 2, and everything
Yeah,
else I almost would classify as shit. But
yeah.
you got
But,
certain
but
things.
yeah, but the reason I'm not as hyped for Mandalorian season 3 is just because Grogu came back to Mando.
Yeah.
That was it's literally just a fucking cash grab, and it
Yeah,
pisses
I
me
don't a
off.
lot of it, but I just wanna have hope. Just
Yeah,
because
I don't get
they
me
did
wrong.
good
I'm
on season
hopeful.
1 and season
Yep.
2, and I just wanna I'm coping, right? It's
Yeah.
like I'm pretending the Lakers are totally gonna get the 5 seed in the West. You know,
Hey, what the hell, man? We
I
were
don't
having a
know.
good civil
Well, I'm
conversation here, and
relating to
you
you, right? You're coping that they're gonna get that high of a seed, but you're confident they'll get a certain seed. So I'm
Yeah,
confident that
yeah,
it'll at least be good, but I'm coping that it's going to be as good as the first 2.
yeah,
The way I'm putting it. But I
yeah.
mean, you
But
never
I
know; it could
mean,
be ruined. But yeah, like I said, next week I want to have a more in-depth conversation on the Marvel series versus the Star Wars and Disney because a certain
Disney.
certain somebody that we know thought the take of Disney has not influenced either series was one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life. But
Who said that?
I'll
Who
say it
said
off the
that?
podcast. It was a horrible take.
I'm gonna fuck them up.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna get the final thoughts because I gotta know who this is.
Yeah, we're a long time in, so if you're still here, thank you. This has been
Oh yeah, I guarantee
you know
no
what?
one's
My
here anymore,
thought
but
was
that's
we're
okay.
going this episode. There's not much sports to talk about. We still covered sports for like an hour and a half, and we still had like at least an hour
Vacuum?
talk of non-sport. What?
Is that a vacuum?
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay. I wanted to make sure I wasn't hearing shit.
Yeah, no, there's a vacuum. Final
All right.
thoughts.
Well, final thoughts. Brad, why don't you start us off?
For anyone out there that does a hypothetical T. Higgins trade, you're wasting your time.
Okay.
Also, I have one
Is
more.
that
I
a-
have two.
is that
I
at
have
me?
two. I have two actually. No. Just I have like people that are like serious about it.
Oh.
I have another one. The people that say you draft for need over best player available. You're an idiot. Always draft BPA.
Well, not always, but
Yes, always.
okay. Anyway.
Go Sea Dragons.
All right. I'll keep with the same one I've had for the last few weeks, and Red's
Michigan
opening
State.
day is at. Opening day is 36 days away. I don't know what Brad just said.
Good night.
Fuck you.